Welcome, Level Uppers, to the Level Up Show, episode 117.
Everyone do the Greg wave.
That's the Greg wave? I didn't even realize that was a thing.
Oh, he's doing it now.
Michael, you look like a rabbi.
Dude, I look so much worse on camera than I do in person, I feel like.
I love that.
No, it's about the same.
Okay, good. That's good.
I think you should probably just stand up a little bit real quick. Let people see you.
I am feeling the SpongeBob tie.
Thanks. That was actually a last minute addition.
Check it out, guys. You are so shiny.
No,
Look how shiny he
I
is.
feel like we were promised denim.
Whoa.
The denim was not
disco
nearly
ball.
as good.
He
But
looks
I'm
like a disco
The
ball.
gold shirt is what's up. Dude.
The gold shirt is
looks like
awesome.
Yeah,
That
it was actually
pretty
Danielle's fun.
awesome.
We were actually gonna leave. I was about to leave the men's section, and she like walked off.
Okay, it's not
and she
nearly as
found it.
bad as not being able to breathe from habaneros and then your butthole seared off from habaneros.
He's a helium balloon. Thanks.
You kind of, with how tight it is around you?
Yeah,
Let me
dude,
pause
it's so
this.
tight. That was like I actually had to put a shirt on underneath of this because I knew it wasn't gonna hold up.
Butthole issues are no good.
Butthole issues are no
No.
good.
That's correct.
You take that.
Kristen, do you remember the intro when we were like tan and like nice looking?
Yes, and I was skinny and I could move around.
We're literally Casper the Friendly Ghost now.
I know. Look how pale I am. Oh.
Look how you are. Have you seen my inner thighs, please?
Oh, yeah, you're pretty pasty.
No lie.
That's true.
Let's welcome everybody here. Welcome. We got GFN in the room. M-Bite, Gravy Biscuits, Game Killer, Johnny Poolside, Funeral Party, 9 Fox, Job 32X, Soul Crafty, and many more. Thank you, everybody, for joining. As I said, this is a Level Up Show. It's a gaming-dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like what we're doing at any point, please make sure to follow the show. Hit that follow button at twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. And you will
Give
pop up
us your hearts, give us your hearts, give us
all your hearts. Yeah, there you go.
Thank
Also,
you.
guys, check us out on Twitter at the Level Up Network, level spelled LVL. And we're going to take, want to do this right now? Let's talk about YouTube for a moment.
Sure.
I think we
Yeah.
should. You guys, if you guys watch Level Up Direct, you heard the whole spiel about what happened on our YouTube. We had a video from over a year ago that got a copyright strike on it. And if you guys don't know, that's really detrimental to a channel. It means for the next 6 months, we are not able to upload videos longer than 15 minutes. There's a whole bunch of stuff we can't do. External annotations. It really, really limits us. And we've been talking about it for, the last 4 days or so. And what we decided to do, because we feel it's more important that you guys get the videos you deserve, you get the convenience of how to watch these videos. We felt it was more important that we start fresh. Yeah. We're starting over.
Fresh to death.
So
We need your help.
Yeah, we need your help is the big part. So we used to be youtube.com/the Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. We're hoping to get a new domain name in the future. But what we need you to do right now is we need you to sub. We need you to sub right now to our new YouTube channel. The command has been changed for you guys to directly go to sub to. It doesn't have like a name to it yet. It just has an ID. But you just click on that link that's going to be posted in the chat, and
you
it'll
go.
immediately ask you to sub.
Yes.
So here's the deal. We're going to try and really incentivize this tonight. So every 10 subs that we get on our YouTube, we're going to give 100 XP to the entire chat room. Now, if we get to 100 subs tonight, which is our goal, we really need to get to that 100 subs, we're going to give out a $10 PSN code to one of those YouTube subs. Of course, that person also has to be in the chat room, so we're going to have to...
Drew!
Yeah,
They were giving out a $10 PlayStation Network card tonight?
that is correct, Greg. That's exactly
And,
what we're doing.
and how would one get that?
How would one get a $10
By
PSN code?
subbing to the new YouTube.
Ah, that's it. Yeah, there. she got
Mind
it.
blown! Oh, stop!
No, here's the most important thing, though. If we get to 100 subs, Kristen is going to do Giraffe Kristen.
If I stay awake.
If she stays awake.
Will you itch my back while you're there?
Yes.
A little bit
So
lower.
we might get the first Giraffe Kristen. How long has it been since we've gotten Giraffe Kristen?
A long time.
6 months?
It's been a very long time.
I was 6 years old.
Higher.
No, you weren't.
Oh.
Greg, I keep hearing that song, When I Was 7 Years Old. And I don't know the words, and he keeps
My
talking
father
about
told
age.
me I would never get old.
But he keeps talking about different ages, and I don't know
Yeah.
how it goes, and I just keep singing when I was 7 years old, and then I keep saying, when I was 7 years old.
That's the
When I was
line that you
7
need
years
to know
old.
because it's the chorus. So other than that, we're golden.
Taboo for the YouTube. So
And I see already.
I love
Thank
her.
you so much,
It's not instant.
Game
Oh,
Killer,
yeah,
Soul
it takes a little
Crafty,
while.
GFN,
That sucks.
Johnny, everybody who's subbing right off the
Right.
bat.
It takes a little while.
Just keep it going, and what would be really great is if you guys could try to get other people to sub as well that aren't watching
Yeah.
right now, because we get 70 people watching tonight, and that means we won't hit our 100 sub goal that we have. So go to every gamer you know, go on Twitter, tweet at everybody you possibly can, get them to sub to our new YouTube channel, starting fresh, and we're gonna try and make it better this time.
Yeah.
Right.
More organized.
It's already coming along.
Yeah.
It looks better. We have actually
It looks a lot better.
slated schedule for a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff that you guys are going to like for it.
That's one of the most important things. Is we've always heard that a YouTube schedule is very important, and we've never really stuck to that. But we're going to try to now moving forward. So here's the game plan with our YouTube schedule, upload wise. As usual, Dean and Greg are going to have Power Up on Mondays. That's still going to be 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're going to try to continue that 2 p.m. Eastern Time as like a standard throughout the entire week. So on Wednesdays, that is when I'm going to do the archive of the Level Up show. Like this show right now, this will go up Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And then all of our Thursday shows, IUDP, Lights Up, Level Up Hangout, all those are going to be Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, you can always rely on a scheduled video going live moving forward if you missed
love
anything.
that.
So that's going to be our game plan. You can already see also we got a new playlist for Best of Level Up, showing some of our classic moments that you guys can check out on our YouTube. So doing the best we can. Yes, everybody who's asking why, we got a copyright strike on our existing YouTube channel, and it's too detrimental for us to continue doing that. We need to start fresh. So that's what's
Yeah.
happening.
And
And
if you
this
are
is-
looking at the channel, we realize there's only like half of our show where it turns out when you start
These-
fresh, it's a lot of work.
And let me tell you, these guys did a lot of work over the last couple of days. I didn't even know what was involved in doing all that. And when I found out what was involved in just doing one, and you did probably over 40,
Oh yeah, at least including it only was PlayStation and Power Up probably like 50 or so.
and you
Yeah.
did probably
I did
close
probably
to
about
that.
65 or so now.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of work.
It wouldn't have been so bad, but once again, we're trying to make it better than ever. So
Right.
what I did is all of those past YouTube episodes that just had like a random image, I've gone through and made a custom thumbnail for every single one of them that
Right.
actually matches what the episode is about, because thumbnails are very important in getting people to actually check out your videos. So we're going all out with the refresh of our YouTube.
And like we were saying before, we're gonna give, if you guys can get 100 subs, and this is gonna be all on you. 'cause
There is a
we-
reason we're trying to get to 100. I do want
Yes.
to say that. There's a reason we're
but
trying to get to
if
100.
we can get to 100 subs tonight, like we said, we're going to give out a $10 PSN card. So obviously it's in your best interest as well to get to that 100 so you have a chance to get it. So what I will recommend to you is, I know it sounds like it's really trying, but a lot of people don't care. If you just say, hey, go sub to this channel to a couple of your friends, realistically, they're not going to care. They're not going to think that you're pushing on. Just do it. Help us out, because really in the end, it's going to help you out as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Oh, yeah. So yeah,
Can I
that's
just
the whole
say
spiel.
something? Can I say something really quick?
Go ahead, Greg.
I like the way that Drew, Kristen, and Bogier posed as a family.
And baby
makes
girl.
I just realized Boogie was over there. That is
It
good.
makes
I
me
like that.
so happy
And
that
baby
he's
girl.
literally pressed up against my niece.
I'm wearing black so you can't see.
Is it true that we already hit 15?
Ooh, okay.
It's
As we know
it's
of.
not instant. I'll check in a few minutes.
Also,
interesting.
YT Gamers wants our YouTube link because he's going to make a subscribe button for his
I'm going to
page.
give 100 XP to chat room because I do think we probably passed 10 by now.
Oh, at least, yeah.
So let's give the first 100 XP to the entire chat. That's the idea. Every
And
10,
thank you guys for
every
everybody
10
that
subs.
subbed. It's going to be really helpful for us and for you guys.
There you guys
So.
go. 45 viewers already. That's awesome. Getting
think
an
it-
early start. That's great.
I think it was Beyonce who said, "Who runs the world? Level Up show." I don't know if that's the song.
Ruins the
Little
world,
off.
girls.
Were you disappointed, Greg, that Beyonce did not join us or retweet our tweet on our Level Up show?
Literally, I DM'd her 42 times. She hasn't responded once.
It's a bummer. Real
Little
bummer.
does she know she's
I'm
about
sure
to
it's her
appear
that
on the Level Up
responds to
show.
those things.
All right,
She's
you know what? Let's get into our official non-gaming portion of the show. It's called the Level Up Show. Has no game. 3 non-gaming topics at 2 minutes each. Let me get my outline. Ooh, there it is.
Are you ready?
I'm always ready. You know that. Are you guys ready?
You don't even have to look at me. I was putting
okay.
both ready.
Okay, let's do it.
Look at
First
Kristen.
up, we talked last week about Suicide Squad reshoots. We've gotten some comments on that. It's been explained. Jai Courtney, I think he plays Boomerang, right? Am I right on that?
Captain Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang. I'm sorry, Greg. I'm sorry.
True. It's okay. I love
He
you.
said, I think there's plenty of that in it. He's talking about the comedy
Yes.
I think there's plenty of that in it. I wouldn't say we're going to make it funnier. There's some additional action stuff that we've been doing, which is pretty dope. Pretty dope.
Nice, good wordage.
Really, we're just kind of adding, in that sense, you can't believe everything you read. I hope this is true because...
I like that.
First of all, I don't want them adding humor for the sake of adding humor.
Right.
And like
I don't think
that's
so.
not the right way to go. It needs to match the tone of the film, and I don't want them to compromise what they've already done.
From what a lot of the actors have been saying about David Ayer in particular, it doesn't sound like he would let them have that much control over it. And if they did, be like, hey, listen, you need to make it a little bit goofier or something like that, he would do it in his own way.
Right.
There's actually an interview saying that David Ayer is probably the perfect director for this because he is actually pretty fucking crazy himself.
The only thing I know him for is Fury, if I remember right. You guys see
the
that?
only thing he's done?
I don't know what else he's done, but that's the only one I've
I
seen.
thought he did something else that I liked. But I feel like he has that, from what they're saying, it doesn't sound like this whole like, oh, David Ayer is a great director and he has a great like it definitely sounds like they're speaking the truth and saying he's twisted and it fits this perfectly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess with him because he has a vision for how it's supposed to be, and if it doesn't
David
fit that-
Ayer was part of the original Fast and the Furious, Training
really?
Day, End of Watch, which was a Jake Gyllenhaal movie. If you guys ever saw that, that was actually a really good movie. And then
liked it.
Fury.
Yeah,
He has
Okay,
a
so
style.
he
He definitely has a style.
Yeah. So I have a lot of faith that it's actually going to be fine. I think realistically, with the exception of Civil War, which God, I'm getting more and more excited for that.
We're about
every
to talk
day.
about that in a moment.
I think this is probably going to be the second best superhero
Yes,
movie this year.
I'm very hyped for
which
this.
is funny because we thought it was going to be awful.
That's why I was concerned. I don't want them to compromise what I saw in those trailers. What?
Time's up, man.
I'm sorry. Jeez. Here's what I want to talk about. Guys, hold on to your seats.
Okay.
Okay?
Hold on to your shields, if you will.
Captain America Civil War first impressions.
Hot damn.
Be ready.
Hot damn is right.
All right, here's the first. First things first, we finally have the perfect Spider-Man and the greatest Peter Parker.
Doctor.
The movie is bigger in scale than Winter Soldier, but is so much more personal. The stakes are incredibly emotional. Next, Black Panther is incredible. Boseman plays him as both regal and full of rage, the most serious character of the film. Don't stop. Don't freak out.
Really?
Continue on. Captain America Civil War is a Barry Bonds steroids-hitting home run by Marvel and Russo brothers, and I loved Spider-Man in film. Capital letters, loved.
Let me read it.
Whoa.
You'll read the next one. Chadwick Boseman is fantastic as Black Panther. Can't wait to see his solo film. He absolutely nailed the role.
Wow.
Two in a row there for
my
Boseman.
God.
Continuing on.
Wait.
The third one, C.
Get excited for Captain America Civil War.
Okay.
I believe it comes out May 6th, if I'm correct. Fantastic characters, amazing action, and it contains the best comic book movie fight ever.
Whoa.
Wow.
One
That's
more.
some
There's one
shit.
more. And this one's really
That
good.
is some shit.
It's the darkest Marvel movie yet, but it's emotionally dark.
Wow.
The scope is bigger, and the stakes are more personal than any Marvel film yet. The airport sequence, honest to God, might be the best thing I have ever seen in a superhero movie. Ever. You've only
God.
seen one tiny slice of it.
What?
Okay, freak out!
I don't
Listen.
want to hear any more about this because
The perfect Spider-Man?
Oof, man.
And Peter Parker. He didn't just say Spider-Man. He said the perfect Spider-Man and Peter Parker.
which
I'm
is
hoping. I'm
a little
hoping.
relieving. I don't know if I can believe that yet. I'm gonna have to see it because
I believe it.
I loved Andrew Garfield. I know not
I
everybody
love
loved
Andrew
him
Garfield.
I
a
love
lot.
as
Andrew.
Spider-Man. I think people liked Andrew Garfield, but I think as Peter Parker, they
Yeah,
thought he was
had
a little
lot of
too edgy.
Sonyisms with their emo
Yeah,
tunes and stuff.
But
But
everything
that,
we just
when
heard
he
was.
showed up in that suit, dude, I could feel it in my fucking heart.
Balls.
I, was like,
I
there
still
he
don't
is.
think that that's the
balls.
right line. I think it's grabbed from somewhere else.
It could be.
I think so.
I'm very
Last but
excited.
not least, we'll end on sadder news.
Oh.
Dean,
Oh, this one hurts.
Galaxy Quest revival TV series might be dead following Alan
sucks.
Rickman's passing.
That actually hurts.
It
I
really
didn't know
does
he
hurt.
was actually going to be involved.
That's what I didn't know either.
No.
That's
I heard
surprising.
these rumors, but here's what it was supposed to be. It was Sam Rockwell, who was great in the original movie.
Right.
He was talking about it, and he said that it was going to be an Amazon original series, and that the entire original cast is coming back for it.
Damn, that's insane.
And now that Alan Rickman
Ew,
has
who's
passed,
that guy?
who is, let's put this up on the screen. This movie
that
is
hurts so
great.
bad.
Yeah, Galaxy Quest is awesome.
It's on Netflix, I think.
Oh, is it?
It was. Oh no, it left. It left Netflix.
Oh,
it was that.
see,
it left last
This is
month.
that movie that you saw, like the you know, on the screen, and you were like, "That looks so dumb." I'm like, "No, you don't understand."
It's a
No,
satire
yeah,
of itself.
It's awesome.
It makes fun of like Star Trek and all those
That's
things.
supposed to be Spock.
There's
kind
plays.
of.
There's plays on Star Trek stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it plays on Star Trek more than it plays on like Star Wars or anything like
Yeah.
that. They come from their own sitcom, and then these aliens are watching their sitcom, and because of what's their seeming knowledge they beam them up to their spacecraft and say, "Save us from this alien force," even though they have no idea what they're doing, and then they just play along. But it has a lot of It's not just like corny. I think it just is actually legitimately good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like
Yeah.
the ending with
Galaxy
what was
Quest.
the name of like the thing that they use at the end, like kind of like that Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah,
To reverse time.
Oh, I can't remember what it
Shit.
was.
I need a drink so bad.
can't remember. It's like the red matter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's really clever movie in so many ways. So this is really disappointing, not just because of it being canceled, but also just reminds me of Alan Rickman passing.
Yeah,
It does.
that is
Which,
sad.
speaking of Alan Rickman, not to get sidetracked too much, I heard Eye in the Sky is awesome. I need to see that.
I haven't even
Bad.
heard of that.
No, it's I think the only post-hummus movie that he has. But
having the
it's-
baby?
Yeah, it's.
She's making a lot of noises over here.
No, I'm getting kicked really hard. And I'm really thirsty.
Go get a drink and get me one too.
Saved by the
Dude.
Bell.
Saved by the bell.
I feel like that bell is right.
Go get a drink.
Should I
anytime
make
want
you
to.
look
I love that.
even worse?
What are you doing?
He's making me get him a drink.
Oh no!
You can't tell in a black shirt.
No.
No, you really can't.
Turn to the side. Go up there and turn. Guitar Freak says, "Damn, Drew."
Aw.
Wow!
She's fully
I
formed.
did have some dressing.
That's
on my
crazy.
shirt, but Boogie looked-
You're almost Super Saiyan, Kristen.
She has a really big butt.
I do?
No, not you, the baby.
Yeah, she does. Her
You have
butt-
like a. You have like a.
Peeking out from behind the bump.
Kristen.
Where's that? I'm gonna bump you.
I really feel like
Huh?
I was in like a time machine. I remember like there being nothing. Like it just flew by.
I know.
I know.
Now you're just
And now I
super
have it-
pregnant.
What was crazy was those 2 weeks when we were gone.
Yeah, that's it.
That
That's
and we
exactly
came
what
back,
happened,
and all of a sudden you had like a pretty
yeah.
pronounced bump.
The
It
best
happens
part
very
is,
quickly.
both her and Jess, aka best friends, are literally the two most beautiful pregnant ladies I've ever seen. Like the rest of them isn't pregnant. Like it's literally just pregnancy and the stomach area.
We just have bowling balls.
Yeah, it's like weird. I've never seen that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome, but
When is Jess due? Is it close to yours?
it's like 3 weeks after.
That's awesome.
I know.
That
What
is
are they,
pretty
best
awesome.
friends?
Yeah, I'm
Please.
gonna get drinks because I didn't drink for like a couple hours and I'm gonna pass out.
Dave says this isn't even my final form. Kristen probably.
Probably.
Are you coming back down?
Yeah, because I need to deliver you your beverage.
I
She
can
has
come
one more
get my
Android
beverage.
to
I
eat.
was kind of joking.
That was
Semi joking. I forgot my drink.
Semi joking.
I did. I forgot my drink, and it's important that I drink on the show.
You're the worst.
I am the worst.
Some
I'm
guys have
absolutely
a
the
thing
worst.
for pregnant women. I didn't know that. Oh, I would assume that would be a fetish, though. No, this isn't gonna be level up direct with the porn talks again. I'm sorry, I can't bring it there.
I need to check my phone here. Let's see
at
here.
you.
I can actually check. I think how many YouTube subs we've gotten through my
Ian
email.
was saying
Yeah,
that.
you can by email.
Oh, can you? All right, I didn't know that.
All right, so we've gotten
Little
1,
notify
2,
you
3,
if
4,
you
5,
email
6,
me
7,
this.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've gotten 12 subs so far.
Nice.
Nice.
And we
Thank
got a
you, guys.
donation from Tobes.
Oh,
Thank you.
so
Just
much,
donated
Tobes.
right now.
So he gave me $10. So he gets
250 XP.
right?
So,
Yeah, this
so,
goes like
so,
every
so,
because like look, it's at 3 still
so,
on our
so,
actual.
so,
Right.
It goes
Yeah.
like every like 20 minutes of refresh.
I think Brad was right then. 12 subs plus 3, 15. So we're at 15, I think, right now.
Okay, cool.
Around there. Let's give 250 XP. That goes to Tobes for donating. We actually didn't talk about that at all. Let's use this as an opportunity to tell you guys about our next goal,
Oh, yes.
which is $1,500. You can see it at the bottom of the screen. We're trying to improve the network, trying to get better quality shows. And the base of that, of course, is a desktop computer, not a laptop. We need a desktop computer, and $1,500 seems to be about the range that we're looking at.
I was looking at deals this past weekend, just because I got a notification from Newegg on some, and we could easily do a really like one that will give us exactly what we want, right at that level.
Yeah. I'm gonna build us a brick shithouse of a piece.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's giant
I'm
server
so
Wait,
excited.
right
while you build it, can we sing "She's a Brit"?
If you feel like singing for like
Ow.
2 to 3
I was gonna
hours,
say it's
sure.
gonna be a long time. Dude. It's not like a 20-minute thing.
Wait, guys, I wanna point something out. We have 61 people in the room, so I want to say, everybody, thank you for joining us. Under me somewhere, if you're looking from whatever device you're watching this from, you can hit a button that's in the shape of a heart, and then you'll get email notifications whenever it is that we go live. I know you're loving what you're watching. P.S. If you're not following our YouTube channel, I'm going to put the link in the chat room, and all you have to literally do is click it. Just click it. That's all you got to do. Thank you.
You want to go check that?
You all right up there?
Yeah, I almost tripped over Bogey's toy up the
Oh, no.
step.
Oh, bummer.
dog problems. Am I right, Bogey?
I'm not gonna lie. I think we have 61 people already because of what I'm wearing.
Greg
Yes.
almost tripped over his squirrel toy that he got.
Oh.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you so much.
And if you're just joining the room, because we did jump up from earlier, we're really trying to push our YouTube, so please go and subscribe to our new YouTube. If you've already been a subscriber of our old one, that's great, and we love you so much, but we're going to love you even more for subscribing to this new one so we can do the migration. If we get to 100 subs tonight, we will be giving a $10 gift card,
PSN card.
PSN card, or
To-
Xbox.
or Xbox, depending on the user. It'll go to one of those 100 subs.
And
I
if
have
we
two
don't get
things to say about it. Like Dave says, all you gotta do is click it. Just click it.
Yeah. Just
Also, is there a box of Teddy Gribs underneath me or something? Because everyone keeps messaging me about it.
There is.
There is, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Teddy Greg's.
You guys were right. I'm sorry for yelling at you and calling you liars.
You're Teddy Greg's.
Is she pregnant? No, she ate too many Teddy Grahams.
Yes,
Aw,
she's just fat.
That's a good shirt.
I carry them with me everywhere I go.
Yo, we've
Do you
been
really? Is that like your big
rocking the
pregnancy
Teddy
food?
Grahams
No, they're leftovers
since
from
your
my
baby
baby
shower.
shower.
Oh. What is your
What?
We
big?
ate them for breakfast, and I say.
What's your big
What do we eat
pregnancy
for
food?
breakfast?
No, we ate them for breakfast.
Oh, you ate Teddy Grahams, like $5 on?
That's funny.
I didn't have any cravings. Really.
No?
Digital Soldier. She is a sonogram technician.
Ultrasound technologist.
Ultrasound technology. Oh,
Son-
Good job, Greg.
fancy.
Sonographer.
I like that.
By day.
Oh,
By
what was
day.
that word?
What is she by night? What are you by night?
Don't
White.
tell.
Wife. Okay.
Super draw.
Oh,
That's
good
just a
answer.
cover.
That was a good answer. Wait, you know what she's gonna be able to say soon? What are you
And
by
mother.
night? And mother. Oh.
Can she
Yep.
be the dark giraffe?
Maybe later she can.
Oh.
If we get to 100 subs
Oh, that's right.
on our YouTube. All right.
Woo!
We're getting off track here. Guys, what have you
Yes.
been playing? Greg, we're starting with you tonight. What have you been playing this week?
Oh my god. I just started Kingdom Hearts Unchained X on my iPad last
That's
week.
fun.
Oh my god, I'm loving it. 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 I just met Donald and Goofy. It takes place in the Kingdom Hearts storyline. I'm starting to learn about the foretellers. It's beautiful. The cutscenes are gorgeous. The music is fantastic, and it's so addicting. I love it so much.
There's no clink. Yeah, great. No, I agree. If you guys haven't touched it, I know you guys don't
No,
like mobile.
not in the
but
mobile.
It's if you're
So
ever
good.
sitting
So
and
good.
need something to pass the time, this is definitely the way to do it.
I play it every time.
It's all touch. You're not going to sit here and fight or anything like that. But it's definitely it adds a little more fight mechanics than a lot of other mobile games, and it has that charm. Like you load it up, and it has Dearly Beloved playing in the background.
If it doesn't have
Like,
Dearly
or
Beloved,
a version of Dearly Beloved,
Yes.
which is even better. So it's
You need
actually
to have Dearly
fully
Beloved.
original.
Yeah.
Like you could tell that they actually put, it wasn't just a port. Like we need to make money. Like it was this needs to be thought out. We need to do this justice.
Greg,
Shoot me,
Yes.
shoot me a text when it comes onto some hardware that matters.
I will. Yeah, I will. Maybe on your Wii U.
Greg,
Appreciate that.
if Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out
Yes.
and Dearly Beloved is not played in the intro, what do you do?
That's the no buy.
I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a device. It's called a bomb. I will use it to blow up Square Enix headquarters when I evacuate all the people out of the building.
Greg,
If we-
retract that statement right
If
now.
we find out that there is no Dearly Beloved in there, are you still buying it?
That's a tough question.
Right? I feel like it is.
I'm gonna say yes, just because I have to know. But like, I'll play the Kingdom Hearts 2 soundtrack while I play Kingdom Hearts 3.
Just buy it used and speak with your money. There you go.
I see a lot of people talking in the chat about the new Ratchet and Clank, which has a few early pre-embargo reviews that leaked.
How
One
is
of
it?
Oh my
them
God,
an
I'm buying
8.5
that.
and one of them a 9.
Nice.
Is
okay.
that is that in 2 days? That
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
getting it?
Yeah, you're getting it right.
Oh my god, I pre-ordered it. I'm so excited.
Nice.
Same.
Good.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, the leaked reviews are pretty positive. 8.5 and a 9, if I remember right.
I'm
So
gonna take my time. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm gonna get it for my birthday.
I'm getting that.
I'm
By the
getting-
way, I'm getting Ratchet and
Yeah,
Clank.
I pre-ordered it.
By the way, I'm getting Ratchet and Clank.
I had to make sure it's okay
Thank
with the
you for my
wife.
drink.
I don't stop you from buying games.
I know, I'm kidding.
I'm the one
Oh.
who sat here and said, go buy a $400 virtual reality set if you want to.
I haven't decided yet if I'm doing that, but thank you.
I pre-ordered
You might
it.
have to get a new PlayStation
I'm
first.
excited.
No, I'm really not
We
doing
already
that.
have like 5 PlayStations. That's enough.
Yeah. I haven't even told her about that because I'm pretty
What?
set on that.
There's another PlayStation?
There might be
Oh,
a PlayStation
man.
4K coming, but I'm like
Well, you're
highly
gonna-
against it.
We're
You'll have to
boycotting
trade
it.
in one of your other ones.
No, we're
then.
boycott. Well, if they will allow me to trade it in for like $300 and only have to spend $100 on this new
That's
PS4,
fine.
that's fine. Yeah, I'm down
But
for that.
we're not buying
Yeah,
another
but I'm
one.
not getting this new one unless they have a
No.
really good trade-in program.
Solidarity
Solidarity.
through and through.
Wait,
Yeah,
Kristen,
we're
are you
boycotting
drinking
this
out
thing.
of the New Jersey cup?
I am, Greg, I am.
Oh, I love that.
I told
Miss-
you when I drink, I think of you. Even though you don't live here.
Aw,
I
do.
mean, you don't live in New Jersey, but you live. Your heart is in our home in New Jersey.
That was thoughtful.
That was very nice.
He's trying to make me cry.
You okay?
Yeah, this is funny.
Dean, moving on to you. What have you been playing this week?
I played just a couple of little things.
Kingdom
what did I
Hearts?
play? No, I didn't play Kingdom Hearts, and that's also not a little thing.
Unchained
I played the Lego Avengers DLC that took like an hour. It was whatever. It was fine. It was fun. And I played episode 2 of Walking Dead Michonne. It was probably the meatiest thing I played all week. I didn't love it. I liked it better than the first episode, but I think
Agreed.
I think that series is just gonna be like a thing that came and went. And
Yeah.
nobody's really gonna care. It's not great. The second episode was definitely better, but yeah, that's about it. I've been biding my time since Trophy Wars. I've been kind of enjoying not playing, but I feel like I'm ready. Ratchet's coming. I pre-ordered it, so that's gonna be like I'm ready to get back to games.
That's me. I played nothing this week.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. I'll play Ratchet and Clank.
I bet that felt good.
Yeah, I'm first of all, I'm busy, and second of all, I'm really just
Burned out.
burnt out. Yeah,
Yeah.
from the trophy war. I was
was
just taking
too.
a break.
You
It
know
was
who's
actually-
burned out? My throat and my butthole from Trophy War. You're welcome.
I
was
was
weird.
looking for something to play, like actively looking, because I was sitting at the computer uploading videos, and I was like, I had to do something while I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
And like I was like, I don't want to. There's nothing I want to play. Like I just kept thinking about Ratchet. I was like, I guess I'll just watch TV while I wait.
Well, wait. Real quick, I'm going to go through the YouTube subs that we have so far. We got Dom B, Daryl M, A Miller 2, Kaio Kushin Kid 420, Bulldog Brad, Ghost Games, Noble Metal, Johnny Poolside, Guitar Freak, Tobes, Game Killer, Nine Fox, and Ghost Games again, I think. Twice.
That's awesome.
Maybe he has
Thank you
two
guys so
channels.
much.
Thank you for the YouTube subs, guys. Keep them coming. We need a few more to get to that extra 100 XP goal, and then 100 total subs, and we'll give out the PSN card or Xbox Live card, depending.
How many do you have?
I think we're 1/10.
We're close to 20, I think, now, probably.
Come
Or
on, we
1/5.
need more.
We need more, guys. Keep those subs coming. What about you, Mike? You play anything at all?
I did. A little more than I was intending to. Division, as always. By the way, Division actually runs pretty well. That the stream to the PC thing works great.
Oh, man.
And
that
I'm sure
works
we'll-
really well.
Not
the
to sidetrack the
remote
conversation. Yeah, the remote play.
Yeah,
I even
it's
played the
awesome,
Division,
dude.
and at first I noticed a little bit of a lag. But even in something like the Division, where you have to be, it's pretty responsive. Like I haven't tried Call of Duty. I was debating it, but even in the Division, it worked.
I had it
fine.
right next to my TV, and like I was checking out the latency on the main menu, just like clicking back and forth, and it was
I had no
nothing.
latency.
Yeah, I mean,
like
my
zero.
PlayStation is where your table is, and I'm sitting. My laptop's right here on the table, on my table at my house.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not that far, but still, it's like
I was
For
enough.
me, it was no
My-
discernible
No,
difference
not
at all.
I was
little
rooms
bit.
away. I was
Yeah?
playing in, which was my favorite thing. I was playing in bed, and I was like sitting there. Jem was reading a magazine. I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Right.
I was in the covers. I played all of Michonne. I played all the Lego DLC. No.
I feel like that's what it's going to be good for,
It
like
was
the
so
adventure
awesome.
type games, the action games, where
Yeah.
you don't need to be as quick, with the trigger and everything like that as other times.
But I almost want to test it because like I really had no lag.
Yeah, well, I need to try. I need to try Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But I did play
Nice
some
to
Call of
see.
Duty this weekend because they had double crypto. But I actually we got Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U, which is awesome. I'm loving that.
Nice.
To death. And I finally finished Daredevil. On a side note.
Yeah, Kristen's been falling asleep, and then that's nothing against her. She's tired.
Right.
We're about halfway through.
I
think.
keep falling asleep
Yeah.
To be honest, it started to
at the end of the episode,
not
and I'm
drag,
like,
but like
remember.
the middle of the season
Yeah.
started to go. Like, it wasn't bad at all.
Daredevil?
But no,
I
it
thought
wasn't
it's all been good
as
so far.
it wasn't as intense. And then the last like 2 or 3 episodes
That's
again were
crazy,
just like.
dude. I thought it was
bam.
like
Yeah, the Electra episodes so far for me have been
I
great.
thought it hit after
I didn't
episode
love-
like 3. I was like going like nonstop.
I didn't love
Yeah.
the Electra stuff as much as I thought.
What about you, Greg? Did you like the electric stuff?
She was fucking incredible.
Yeah,
Lodi
I
Young
loved
is
Electra.
phenomenal.
Yeah, I really like. Who plays her again? What is that, Greg?
Elodie Young.
You like what? You like how she looks, or everything about her?
Well,
I like
she
her
looks
accent,
she looks
personally.
beautiful. She has an Australian accent. I think she's Australian. She's beautiful, and then her acting skills, like her emotional scenes, she nails those too. So
No,
like,
she's from
props to
Cambodia,
her.
not Australia.
Okay, so Cambodian, but like,
Yeah, but she's got it like physically down too, not just
Yeah.
her looks, but like in the fight scenes and whatnot. When it is her, you can tell it is her. She does it, man. She
does
nails
really
it.
well. Yeah, they both do. There's the fight scenes, and they get better. Like the ending is. I'll tell you right now, the last 3 episodes are really where it hits, and I have issues with it that I really would love to talk about, but I'm not going to because you're not there yet.
Yeah.
But like me and Rick were talking about, it, and we kind of agreed, about some things. But I thought it was good. I just
To Dragon Con and anybody else in the chat room who says their YouTube sub didn't show up, sometimes it just takes a little while.
Yeah.
YouTube's slow in that way. Sometimes it'll pop up like 15 minutes later. It'll eventually pop on my phone, I think. But thank you. You guys are telling me you subbed, and obviously we believe you.
Yeah, we appreciate it, and trust me, it's not going to go unnoticed. We will get, if we haven't read off your name yet and given you the attention, trust me, we will, because it's definitely a big, big thing to us right now. So
We are saying goodnight to Kristen and the baby.
No, I'm not. If you hit 100, you let me know and I'll be a giraffe.
there we go.
There you go.
Confirmation,
Ooh.
guys.
There's
Seriously,
her
I'm
butt.
not even lying to you. Tell all your
Look at
friends.
her butt.
That's her butt right there.
You see it sticking out?
I can. It's
Look
right
at
there.
it.
That's a big butt on this baby right here.
Oh my god, that's where her butt always is.
My niece has got
Right
that tushy, and yes, she is emotionally. I love her so much, and she's. Oh wait, that was gonna get bad.
Is the stream freezing for anybody else? Let me know,
No.
because we are trying to stream in 1080p today.
It's not
No.
for me.
Yeah, I was going to say, Dean's
I've
is
had it running
fine.
the whole
It's
time.
running perfectly?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Have one quick what do you call it? Like one quick buffer when we first started, and that was it.
I'm also streaming at 5 megabits per second instead of 3.5, so that could also, you know, if your download speeds aren't up to snuff, it might slow down on you.
You might have to
Joe's
turn your
throwing down
settings
the
Yeah,
gauntlet.
if you're watching it at source and it is buffering for you, just lower it down to high settings instead, and that'll force it, I think, down to 720p instead of 1080p, and then it should probably work fine for you.
Johnny said she's got big butts, saying Kristen can't lie. Baby got butts. I love that.
She loves to stick her butt out. It's so cute. She's a cute little tushy.
She's gonna be the best at twerking.
Yeah, her butt is so cute already.
I know. I can't wait. I'm
Seems
literally.
like most people are saying it's perfect for them,
Good.
so that's awesome. Can you guys tell a difference at all? Like, you know, this is
Yeah.
actually 1080p that we're
I
streaming
can't.
at
I
right
put
now.
it full
Yeah, I was going to
screen
see, I
on-
can,
You can tell?
I can even see in that little clip
Yeah,
versus
you
when I
can tell
normally
it's
look.
all
It's
Nice.
much
Everything's,
clearer.
like crystal clear.
Yeah.
Awesome, that's good.
It looks.
It looks better than it
crystal
does
clear.
on your TV.
Really?
Yeah,
It looks good.
it's kind of awesome.
Awesome, nice. That's great.
Yeah.
Finally, 1080p. But even so, we would love to go even further with it and get that studio camera, get to 60 frames per second on top of the 1080p, and that's why we need that new base computer
Yeah.
desktop. All right.
I'm gonna steal it,
Ah!
Well, for certain things.
Fair enough.
and I'm gonna make scrapbooks on Shutterfly on the lap on a computer.
Aw.
Help support my Shutterfly habit. Right? Isn't that what it is? Where you make? Isn't that what I made?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
photo?
Shutterfly. You did a great job with that.
Yeah, I was gonna make another one
Aw.
of baby stuff,
That was
but
nice.
it's hard to do on a laptop,
Okay.
and I don't have a real good laptop because he has one, and he's
Aw.
always on it, so I can never use it. So yeah, buy us a desktop.
First world problems.
First world problem. That's right. All right, let's
Help
move on
support
here
Kristen makes scrapbooks.
to one of our newer segments. It is called Community Question of the Week, and that is all for Dean.
Oh God.
Yes, it is.
Just let me know if you need.
goodness.
You alright?
If you get to 100.
Absolutely.
I just have to put my feet up because I'm not comfy.
Okay.
Because I've been sitting and walking all day. My feet are puffy.
He's like, all right, I'm good.
What is
Not
happening?
into it.
He's not into
And I'm
it.
very distracting, so I'm gonna leave.
No, we were happy to have you. We love
Yeah.
having you.
I miss having Kristen. on
We
the
should
show.
always have you like for the first 20 minutes. I think it's fun.
Especially now that you don't have to work in the
You
morning.
know, I don't have to get up at 5:30. I can sit down here. I don't care.
Aw.
Yes. All right.
that.
As I was saying, Dino,
Bye, Kristen.
go ahead.
I love you more than life.
I love you more than my.
Never
knew it
mind.
was- he knew he wasn't ready.
Never mind.
This is not my first rodeo. Community question of the week. Join our PS4 community. Look us up. You can join. We'll ask a question. You'll answer it. And we'll pick
You
some
better answer
And
it.
we'll pick some of our favorite responses as we did tonight.
Yes.
The question was, what is your favorite static or dynamic theme from any console? Post a picture and short blurb why.
I like
You are-
this question.
Our favorite responses. Time to Diary
Some of them.
responds with, easy, my journey to dynamic theme. It's just beautiful and peaceful.
That's a good.
I like
one.
this guy.
Yeah.
This time to
I wonder
die.
why.
I like this guy. He knows what he's.
The journey
what he's talking
themes are
about.
really nice.
It is
They
really
are.
nice, and the music is perfect.
And I
too.
just found out that there's a second one because I
Yeah.
had one.
Really?
And when Greg was over, he was like, "No, dude."
Oh, the
Look at-
official one.
This
Another
one.
one.
This one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have this one. I have the other one.
I
have
have
the
the
other
static one,
That's
Okay.
the one I have.
which I like too. I like the static
But the
one.
dynamic one's so much
No.
better.
Is
This
it?
one.
Yeah.
This one is so.
Because I have,
Yeah,
the, I have the
I
static one
suppose
as
I don't
well.
have it. Yeah,
Drew. You have my PlayStation 4 account on your PS4, so download it from my themes.
Can I do that?
Yeah, I think so.
You
maybe.
can, but it'll lock it once you sign back into you.
Really?
Oh my god, that's fucked.
Not really.
Greg's
I mean,
account is actually activated on my PS4 though.
As
Yeah.
the
as his
primary.
primary.
Yeah.
If it's the primary,
sure.
it can be used. If
Yeah.
it's a secondary, it cannot.
We found this out during Trophy Wars.
Dude.
We were trying to share games.
I tried that out during Trophy War too, and it actually worked for us. Right,
What
Greg?
the fuck?
Was Greg's
Yeah.
PS4 here?
No,
It wasn't,
Yeah.
and you were able to use his.
But was
game
it
on your
activated
game?
as a primary console?
it was for a moment, and then we deactivated and made his back to the
Yeah.
primary, but I could still play off his games.
Yeah. We glitched the system.
I don't know what we did, but it worked.
Yeah,
We
there's
tried
a,
that,
There's a
and-
certain way you have to. No, I never made yours primary.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did.
I never wound up meeting him because I was so good. Moving on to our second favorite response, Sanji909 responded with the Witcher 3 theme with music. It's awesome. It is good. I have that one. I love it.
Do you?
Same is true for Final Fantasy VII Midgar theme. The Destiny theme and PlayStation 20th anniversary for nostalgia purposes are as well. I
Yeah.
have almost all those except for the Final Fantasy one.
The PlayStation 20th anniversary I like, but the music grinds on me after a little while.
Yeah,
All of the music for all of the themes do.
The least intrusive ones, not to throw my own out there, but the least intrusive ones to me were the Tearaway one. And it's almost like a hidden one. Have you ever heard, the basic, the standard background music that you have?
right. Yeah.
Have you heard like the
Yeah.
secondary standard? It
Yeah.
kind of glitches into that. That's my favorite, and I don't know what it's connected to or
Yeah.
how to make that on all the time. But like once in a while, I'll turn on my PlayStation and it'll be the new one, and like I don't want to turn it off ever. Like I actually
I
left my
turn off
PlayStation
all
on.
of my system music almost immediately.
Oh really?
I fucking hate it.
Oh, I actually like it.
I like it in some of the ones that I like the Witchers, but like I'll listen to it for a day and then the second day I'm like, okay, enough. I just don't. It's just annoying. Like
Okay, enough.
sometimes when you go back to your home menu and you're like searching through for things, you're like, it's nice to have that bit of quiet after you just came out of like an intense, like loud game. You know what I mean?
Mine updated, and it says 26 subscribers.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh, you're logged in, right?
Yeah.
That's
While you're reading the next one, why don't you give another?
Yeah, 100
XP?
XP to the chat room. Thank you for getting us to 26 YouTube subs.
The Destiny theme is also pretty cool.
The Destiny theme is nice. I like it.
The Chris MX responded with Black Ops 3 Zombies. Sinatra-esque music is awesome. Text is legible, which is always a plus. That's funny.
Yeah.
Greg and I also just discussed we were looking at all the themes on the PS4, and I was like, see, this is bullshit, because
Yeah.
when you scroll up to the top image,
Yeah.
they make it too bright, and you can't read your trophies and
Yep.
shit. And I
Yeah.
hate that. It makes me so mad.
It's something that most people
Ratchet
want to
and
bring
Clank
up,
one is the worst.
but it's very
yes,
important.
dude.
The Ratchet and Clank one
Yeah.
is actually hard. That's why
So
I actually took
bad.
it off. I downloaded it. I was so excited.
Me
I put it
too.
on, and in 3 seconds I was like, nope, out.
Same.
And I went to
Yeah.
something else.
It's one of those things that most people don't bring up, but it is very important. Like
Yeah.
even the Final Fantasy VII theme, which I love. I love the music and the icon sounds and all that, but the text is a little tough to read here
I-
and there.
Appreciate when a developer or someone whoever's making these themes notices that the static background is an issue, and actually changes the image for when you go up. There's
Or-
actually a few themes.
Yeah,
that
they
do.
do.
That.
And then, or sometimes, like, there's an Assassin's Creed one Greg and I both got,
Yeah.
and when you scroll up to a part where it's too bright, they blacked out the background of the text so you can read it. Like, it's so simple to fix it.
Yeah.
People just don't take the
Sometimes
time
it's just too lazy.
to do it, right.
The dynamic. I feel like at this point though, the dynamic themes are the
frustrating.
only ones I'll get because of the
Yeah.
fact that they're the only ones that seem to pay. Otherwise, it's just like we could throw this up, charge $3, and make money off of it because
Yeah.
people love Ratchet.
Here's
and
another
Clank.
thing, PlayStation, now that I have your attention. Stop putting themes for pre-orders and then not putting them on sale in the store. That's
Yeah,
super
that's really
fucking
Oh,
annoying.
it's so annoying.
And you're losing money because
Yeah.
clearly you just found 3 people or 4 people.
I would
at
have
least
totally
that would
bought
buy
that
them.
Final Fantasy 15 Amano
Yeah.
theme, and now
Right.
I can't get it because it's exclusive to
No.
the digital pre-order.
I would have bought so many. The
Is it
Star Wars
officially
pre-order
exclusive
theme
to
for
it?
the movie.
I don't know for sure, but
They had a Force Awakens one for the pre-order for the
Did
movie.
they?
They had a Lego
Yeah.
Avengers one. Yeah, that you get with it.
messing
Like
up
Battlefront,
Sony.
I think is the only one that allowed it for everybody.
Maybe I don't. I have them because I pre-ordered it.
Right. I think Battlefront allows it for everybody. Like there's a few companies that are doing that, but yeah, like I would have paid $5 for that Final Fantasy background.
Yeah.
Because that fucking image is beautiful.
It's awesome, and if they animate it like they did
with the
on
dynamic,
conference,
if they
yeah.
do the right music, oh my god, like that would
gonna
have
be
probably
good.
been the static theme forever.
And we're seeing a trend in these comments, and not even just these ones, but all the other ones too. Almost everybody was mentioning music being
Yeah.
very important to
Integral,
their
yeah.
theme favorites. Go ahead, Dean.
And our final response that we chose was from GameKiller305, who said, "My favorite theme for PS4 is Bloodborne. The nice music, moving models, and the cool art and designs in Bloodborne make it my favorite. Some others are like the Final Fantasy, what is that, 7?
7 theme.
And FFX back to Xanacard theme."
I never saw
Xanarkand.
The Final Fantasy VII theme was really cool. That's the one that?
That's the one I have.
I like that one a lot.
It's static, but I
It's
really like
cool.
the music. I like the classic icon sounds
Yeah.
and whatnot.
I
This
hope
is
Kingdom
the
Hearts has
Bloodborne
a good
theme.
one.
Yeah,
That was a good one. They had a Kingdom Hearts one for the
But
PS3.
see,
I
that's
think, if I
that
remember right.
bullshit, man. Because I'm gonna want that physical box for the nice
And they're
box
gonna
art,
attach it to
and they're gonna be like, pre-order
pre-order.
digitally, get the
Yeah.
theme, and then I'll be like, fuck you.
yeah. So yeah, a lot of good themes and a lot of good comments on our community question.
Gang. What
What's up?
theme is all of our favorite?
Right now,
Yeah.
none of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I really don't have. I use the.
I keep switching.
I switch frequently because I can't find one that I like.
And I hate, like, I have to leave the music on. Like, I know you like it off, but me, if the music's not on, I forget that the PlayStation's actually on.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So I have to have the music
I'm using
on
the Assassin's Creed Unity one right now, which I didn't even like that game much, but the theme is really cool.
Yeah.
I'm rocking the theme too.
And then
You have Final Fantasy
I use
or
the anniversary
Journey?
one a lot.
I usually stick with themes for like 6 months at a time, and it was the Journey,
That's about
the
me.
Journey theme,
4 or
and then
5
it
maybe.
became the Final Fantasy VII theme that was mentioned in the
I'm searching
responses.
for a new one. I'm in like the mood for a new one, but all the other ones I've used already, and or I don't like.
I search.
You know what's
every
gonna be the
Tuesday
best
night
one?
after the story
Kingdom
comes on. What'd you say, Greg? I'm sorry.
The best one's gonna be Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, they let you just buy that shit without digital.
I know. Don't say stuff like that. Though. Don't say.
That's how they roll, man. It sucks.
We
It's a
can't. We can't.
whole
find that line.
cold, hard world we live in.
Yeah, if I could just get Sora eating a popsicle
Yep.
with Dearly Beloved in the background, that's
Yeah.
all I need.
So
I'll buy
now,
that thing.
I would buy
Little
I'll
that.
bit of
buy it. I'll
sea
spend
salt,
$5
ice
on
cream.
that thing.
I would buy that thing.
Give it to me.
Ooh.
You know what's gonna make me super mad is when Civil War comes out on Blu-ray and digital, and they're like, "Get this cool Civil War theme for pre-order." And I'm like, "I want the fucking physical copy. Let me get that theme."
We're very, very invested in our themes.
Because I literally do every Tuesday, dude. Every Tuesday night, I check that store, and I'm like, "What new themes you got for me?" I get them.
Sons of bitches. All right, guys, let's take a quick commercial break. We'll come back with the level update in approximately 60 seconds. So hold on tight. Da Punch 420.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, Level Upper. Sorry for a moment there. I had to go up and get the TV to work. So I had the HDMI cable
Right.
out. Kristen, while we were on commercials, like, I can't get the TV on. So I had the HDMI cable not hooked up to the PS4 because I had it hooked up to the laptop. So instead of putting it back in the PS4, she just completely yanked it out of the TV and put it away. I was like, "Where's the HDMI cable?" She's like, "Oh, I put it away." I was like, "Well, you kind of need that, right?" So sorry about that, guys,
Oh,
for
it's
the
funny.
3-minute commercial break instead of 1-minute commercial break. All right, let's get into the level update. This is our weekly discussion of the week's biggest gaming industry news.
What do you mean, games and stuff?
Games and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, games and stuff.
La la la.
Thank you for that.
I do the voiceover dubs for themes.
All right, first up, we got awesome Uncharted 4 footage on screen right now.
I didn't watch it.
I have like 3 minutes of this
I watched
because
all of it
if we
in
finish
one
this story,
Did you?
I'm just going to put it
Yeah.
up on the screen for a little while and we'll just watch it because it's freaking amazing.
It's the
All right,
greatest thing that ever
so
happened.
first story of the night here. If I can actually get this page to flip.
That was a big intro.
Uncharted 4's ending will be divisive. IGN's Terry Schwartz writes, Neil Druckmann says, quote, "I think people will discuss the ending. If focus tests are anything to go by, there will be some arguments about the ending," he told IGN during a recent A Thief's End gameplay event. Quote, "I'm excited. Indifference would be the worst thing. I would rather have people hate it than be indifferent to it. We'll see how they react." Does that mean Nathan Drake is going to towards his final end? Do you really want me to tell you, he said. You don't really want me to tell you. Uncharted Drake's Fortune was first released in 2007 on the PS3, and the franchise has evolved significantly since then, but Druckmann said Naughty Dog didn't let audience perception or commentary about Nathan Drake's adventure alter their vision. Continuing on, quote, "What I found is you kind of have to ignore other people. Anytime you try to please something outside yourself, it can easily come off as false," he said. "Whenever we make something that's honest to us, that is the game we truly want to play, you know whether you succeed or not. You pick up with the controller and you're playing it and you're like, am I feeling anything from these characters? Am I having fun? Am I intrigued? Am I bored? Do I even care about this character? And if not, okay, I need to fix that for myself. I found that the more we've done that, the more successful we've been, and that's the only correlation I can come up with."
Guys.
All right, so we got a poll. Greg, go ahead.
Oh, okay, I was gonna. Yeah. How will Uncharted 4 end, guys? Do you think Nathan Drake's gonna die? Do you think Nathan will choose Sam over Elena? Do you think Nathan will choose Elena over Sam? Let's be honest. Or do you think they'll all live happily ever after?
Where do you think
Go
they'll
vote.
What do you think, Greg?
I think Drake's dying.
Do you really think Drake is going to die?
Yeah.
Wow.
What would you do if they didn't make him? I think this. I can't take the credit for this. What would you do if they didn't kill him off? They just made him like a paraplegic.
Well,
And like, you can't go treasure
What if
hunting
he
now.
gets injected with the Bane toxin, like at the end of the Arkham Asylum?
and he becomes the first infected from The
And
Last
they're
of
like,
Us.
and then they tease at the end, Uncharted Supercharged, and they just fucking drive the franchise.
You
off
would be
like-
amazed how many people, honest to God, believe that the end of this game is going to bridge into The Last of Us, and Drake is going to open up some tomb that is going to release the cordyceps fungus.
Dude,
And
that would be amazing though.
that would be terrible.
I am
No,
not on
you
board
don't.
with
You
that.
It would
think
be awful. Greg, what would you think
Why?
of that?
Because
I
the
would
worlds
hate
are
that.
so
I would
different.
hate that.
Why are they different?
Why are they different?
The games are different. The
The
worlds
games are
themselves,
different. The
they're
worlds,
both
they
Earth.
actually
It's
never
just,
like. It's never like in America. Like this person can't live. Like there's
No,
never
I
anything
understand-
supernatural that happens to
I
her.
understand that, but the tone, like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense.
I see. I like it. Like I actually was one of those people that, if you guys remember Cartoon Network back in the day, every Cartoon Network show had a connection to the other one. So like the most recent like discovery of one of them that I didn't even know of was that Powerpuff Girls is centuries before Samurai, Afro Samurai, to where like you see the destroyed ruins of the city of Powerpuff Girls in Afro Samurai. Like stuff like
Yeah.
that, I love. Like so, I like the connectivity because it's not
Some
going to
stuff's
ruin it
cool, but like,
I just think it would be
Just like
super forced in this
can't
situation.
we just have
yeah.
like?
unless they planned it.
Can't things just be their own? Like, I feel like
Why
we're getting
would
a
they
little
not have planned
nuts
it?
with the shared universe.
They're,
don't
they're,
get
they're a
that.
shared universe. First of all, we kind of know that in the sense that the newspaper in Uncharted 3
Right.
talked about the fungus outbreak and whatnot. But if that was the case, that would mean that already this would have happened, because Uncharted 3 took place many years before
Was
this,
that-
and the
That's
fungus
true,
already
yeah, you're
outbroke.
right, you're right.
But was that supposed to be? Like,
It was
what-
a nod.
It was just an Easter egg.
It was
I
an
felt like.
Easter egg. That's all
Right,
it was.
It wasn't
yeah.
supposed to be like, this is the same universe. It was just like, hey, we made this game too.
Yeah.
Check out this.
I
you
completely
imagine-
agree. Yeah.
Actually, it's actually even worse than that. They actually make Drake become infected.
That's what. That's what people. Some people are predicting that. Some people honestly think that's going to be the
Yeah.
divisive ending,
Oh
and that
my
would
God.
be. I really hope they don't do that. As much as I agree with Neil Druckmann. I would rather be like one side or the other than be like,
Yeah,
it was
same.
whatever. I would
Yeah.
definitely rather be one side or the other, but I don't want that to be the ending.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I honestly don't think any of these are going to be the specifically the outcome of that game.
No.
What do you think the outcome is going to be then?
I don't know. I think it's going to be something that we haven't thought of, because that's very Naughty Dog.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm down for that. I would love to be surprised.
Yeah. It seems like what they. I'm always usually surprised by the other games. So.
Yeah.
See what happens.
YouTube channel update. We have 28 subs now.
Nice.
Wow.
We need 2 more subs to get to our next
I will
100
say I'm
XP goal.
impressed on how quickly it's getting up there, but I feel like we're not hitting full potential. You know why?
Why?
We have about 60 people in the room right now.
Yes, we do.
We only have 28 subs,
That's right.
and 4 of us have subbed tonight from our own channels.
People, sub!
Do
Whoever's
us
in
a
the room
favor,
right
please
now.
help us out. It will help you out as well. We will give you free XP for every 10 subs that we get. And if we get to 100 subs in the room tonight, you guys will possibly get a $10 PSN or Xbox or Nintendo card, wherever you want, regardless of what it is. It will be $10 towards the store of your choice. We want to give back to you guys for helping us out. We
Or
need
maybe
to.
we'll decide to keep it and fuck you over.
Well, I mean, hey, if we don't get to 100 tonight, that
That's
might
how
just
we roll.
happen.
It's a gamble here at the
So-
Level Up Network.
Or maybe you just want to see Dark Giraffe.
Or that, I forgot that we got confirmation that we have the Dark Giraffe.
Yeah.
Wait, why
feel like
is
we need
she? Why is she dark?
That's her new superhero.
She decided she wanted to become the Dark Giraffe tonight, Graf.
That's her new superhero moniker. I feel like we
That's-
need a Dark Giraffe costume.
I feel like that's kind of scary.
It is.
I kinda
All right,
wanna
moving
see
on.
that.
Mike, go ahead. You're up.
Ooh, it is me. Ooh. There's a rumor going around
What just
Rumor roundup, y'all.
that I will say I'm
Ah, deep cut, you dirty
Nice
bastard.
pretty sure is false. But it's been going around that Microsoft's next console will be named Xbox Next.
Capital
IGN's
X.
Huh?
Capital
Capital X. IGN's Lucy O'Brien writes, the internet's been a buzz lately around the rumor that Microsoft is working on a new console called Xbox Next, capital X. But it turns out that rumor is all it is. The rumor began after after Microsoft employee David Gardner listed Xbox Next on his LinkedIn page, suggesting a new machine. Whether that be an entirely new console or a more advanced version of the Xbox One was in the works. However, Microsoft has put the rumors to rest. They said, quote, Xbox Next was an old internal name for a group that worked on releasing Xbox One and is not related to feature console, a Microsoft spokesperson told IGN. We have nothing further to share. I hate this. Only for the sheer fact I feel like you and I have had this conversation about the title Xbox Next about a year before the Xbox One was officially released as a name.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was months before we actually heard the code name, the official code name for Xbox, whatever it was at the time.
Durango, maybe?
Was it?
Or
No,
was that
Durango
360?
Durango was the
360,
Kinect.
I think.
Was the
Oh
Kinect.
yeah, I think you're right.
Durango was the Kinect.
I think Durango.
No,
was
Natal was a Connect.
No, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Project Natal was a
Durango
Kinect.
was before that, though. I think.
Really?
I thought so.
I think Durango was Xbox One.
Yeah, it was.
Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. What was the code names of these? What was PlayStation 4? What was the code name of PlayStation 4?
Something stupid that we're like it won't work. I can't remember what it was.
Hotcakes.
Vita was NGP.
It was
I remember
the
that.
Sony
Next
hotcakes.
generation portable
I think
NGP.
Durango was Xbox One.
I think so.
Okay.
This article was published in 2013, being like,
Okay.
here's
PlayStation 4 was Orbis. Does that?
Yep,
sound
that was
right?
it.
That's what it was, and everybody's like,
Orbis.
"Why did they change the name to PlayStation 4?" We're like, "What the fuck?"
Take a
does
wild
that have to
guess.
do? Like,
The same reason they didn't call it PlayStation VR Project Morpheus.
Right.
yeah, it's-
Cool name, but no.
Xbox One,
that said,
Xbox One was Durango.
Xbox Next was an early suggested code name.
Yeah.
Whether or not it was for something else, this has been around for a while. This is obviously BS news, and I love that it's IGN that's reporting it.
It reminds me of Next Computer is the first thing it makes me think of. But what would you guys want the next Xbox to be called?
Nothing.
Don't make
Because
another Xbox.
everyone needs to chill their dicks. The next console generation talk.
Chill their dicks.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm not ready either.
It's crazy that we've had the PlayStation 4 for as long as we have
Everyone's
already. Like,
like,
it feels like
start
it goes
talking
by
about
really
it.
quick, but I miss it.
Yeah. It's too much, dude.
This is
Yeah.
too much.
And I feel like every day I wake up, it's like, what's this? Some plans have leaked. I'm like, no!
Stop it!
Just hold on.
Chill your
I'm
dick.
not ready yet. Greg, give us the poll results on what the crowd thinks is going to be the end of Uncharted 4. A
That's
Thief's
massive.
End. So we asked you guys what you thought would happen at the end. We got 5 votes for Nathan Drake will die. We got
Retweet.
4 votes for Nathan will choose Sam over Elena.
Fuck all of you.
Only 1 vote for Nathan will choose Elena over Sam.
Thank you, whoever that was.
Only 1, Greg. Only 1 vote. Of 4 people thought he would choose Sam.
Okay, why are we emphasizing that part of the poll?
Chill your dicks. They will all live happily ever after. 1 vote. So the majority thinks Nathan Drake will die.
I'm being honest, someone's dying in this one. Like,
Oh,
freaking-
well, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, someone's definitely gonna die. I mean, I
It's
wouldn't
Sully.
be like, I'm not gonna
I
be like
hope.
pissed off if Nate dies, but it just seems like not. The
It doesn't seem like
atmosphere
Uncharted.
that
I
they
honestly
set.
don't feel like they're even going to do that. I feel like they're going to leave it as a cliffhanger, and I hope that this is the last entry in the series, so it leaves you guessing.
I
What
could
happened.
totally see
kind of
them
like
doing a Dark Knight Rises thing where like he's not really dead at the end. Then I was gonna be like, what the fuck?
well, that or more so like Last of Us. You don't know really what her
Decision
really is. Like you have to guess at what it is. I'm hoping that that's what you get. Like Elena's like, Nate, this is it. This has to stop.
And
We
the game
can't do
just
this again."
ends before
And
he
the game
makes a
just-
decision.
You just see his face, and he's looking at his.
No.
Wait!
No.
I have it right here. He's looking at his coin, and you don't see what he looks at it and looks at her, and then it ends.
Fuck
Or is there
that.
gonna be another
ending.
coin?
That would definitely cause
Nah,
rioting.
I think they're gonna. I think
Fuck
they're gonna
that
make a
ending.
definitive play because
You think
they
so?
keep talking about like this is the end of our Uncharted series. I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I think they're gonna make a choice, and that's people are gonna love it or hate it. But I think
Since
they're
Neil
gonna make a
Druckmann's
decision.
at the helm at this point, I don't think that's going to happen. We'll see. I mean,
He was at the
I would be
helm
okay with it.
Yeah,
for Uncharted 2 as
totally
well.
He makes
Right,
He makes
but-
decisive storytelling.
Oh, he does, but I'm saying, given how Last of Us ended, I have a strong feeling that what I said was, or something similar to that is
Yeah.
going to be.
Here's
I
the other
didn't
thing,
find
though.
that to be a cliffhanger, personally, though.
It wasn't a cliffhanger, but it was almost undecided. Like you kind of had a feeling of what it was, and I feel like that's what you're going to have in this one, but it's not going to be definitive.
It had ambiguity, is what it
Yes,
had.
Right.
you're right. Okay.
It had ambiguity. Here's the thing: Neil Druckmann is the creative director, and Bruce Strehler the game director. But that doesn't mean they get to the end say.
Right,
I mean, they're
right.
not the they're not the what do you want to call them, like the owners or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they're not like the head of Naughty Dog. In the end, if Christoph Balestra and Evan Wells, I want to say, are the two guys, if they were like, no, sorry, this is not the way this game's ending,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to be like, all right, we'll change it. That's the way it is. Like Neil Druckmann doesn't have the final say as far as I know.
I like Soul Crafty's idea
Right.
of Drake cackling in like a mental asylum, and it was all just like a dream the past 4 games.
Like
Could you
Elena
imagine?
is his one nurse. Chloe is the like other patient that like tries to get him to do the bad things.
That'd be fucked. It'd be like
There's
American
some
Horror
dark,
Story.
dark comments in this chat, man.
Wait,
Helena
pause,
dies in childbirth.
Thank you. That's what I was just gonna
If they
read.
do a Dreams, I'll seriously never play a Naughty Dog game again. Dream
I
endings
agree.
are such a cop-out.
Yeah.
I
Only
feel
when it's like
if
a comedy.
Or
like,
no, I
kinda
feel like
thing.
it's okay as long as it was planned from the beginning, and as long as it wasn't like at this point it's way too long of a game, or long of a series. Really, it's not even a game. Like if it was one game and it like they hinted at it throughout, like there was a game that did that recently, where it was like the toys or something like that were what influenced. I can't remember what it was. Fuck.
If it made sense,
Pissed me off.
like the whole from the point where he gets like gassed in Uncharted 3 and imagined all of Uncharted 4 and then you have to finish out Uncharted 3 at the end. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck just happened here?
And Sully really did die.
Yeah.
Yes!
That would be pretty wild.
That would make Greg
All right.
happy.
So happy. Wait,
Was there any
I
more to that
hope
story?
Gravy
No, that was
Biscuits
it. That was
play.
it. Was
Okay.
really short. It was stupid.
Dean, you're up with the next story. Go
The
ahead. now.
Last of Us movie,
Speaking of,
I like to be in the delivery of cheery news for Level Up. The Last of Us movie is in development hell. Engadget writes, Neil Druckmann, creative director of Naughty Dog, hinted that both the Uncharted movie and The Last of Us movie are in trouble. Regarding a movie version of The Last of Us, he said,
that scene.
quote, I know I said in an interview a while back that we had a table read, got the script to a good place, and it kind of entered development hell, like these things tend to do. There hasn't been any work done on it in over a year and a half. Needless to say, that doesn't sound promising. If you're itching to see a flesh and bones interpretation, however, there's always One Night Live, a stage rendition featuring the game's original voice actors, Troy Baker as Joel and Ashley Johnson as Ellie. It was only performed... Oops, I just messed up everything I was reading. Quick fix. It was only performed once, but thankfully a recording is free to watch on Sony's PlayStation YouTube channel. I watched it. It's cool.
It is cool.
Yeah, I watched it live.
That's
That was
amazing.
actually really awesome.
It's very cool. An Uncharted movie, meanwhile, is supposed to hit theaters in June 2017. Little has been said about the project. However, Druckmann revealed that Naughty Dog is occasionally visited by the movie's creative team, but hinted that these consultations have started petering out. I love that phrase, petering out.
Like it has Peter in it.
It's just a funny thing to say. Quote, every once in a while, they'll come in and they'll present to us, here's the script, here's what we're thinking, we tell them what we think works, what we think doesn't work, Druckmann said. Quote, that's where we're at. Last I heard is they got a new screenwriter, but we haven't seen anything in a while, end quote. I'm okay with it. I don't think these games really need movies, personally.
What the
I
band
never
said is-
wanted a movie in the first place. So.
It's not bad. It probably would work better as a TV show than it would a movie.
I would like it if they did it. I feel like they could add more emphasis, more dramatic feel and tone and presence to the overall story if they followed it kind of how Sherlock does or a BBC show does, where they do like an hour and a half, 2, 3, 4 episodes, and that's it. You
Right.
just do a short run, you tell your story, you get it in, you get it done, you're out. And
My
that's
thing
it.
with The Last of Us movie, well, both of them, for my peace of mind, if you're interested. The Uncharted movie, we all know what that's going to be like in tone. It would have to be like Indiana Jones with more guns.
Right,
Pretty much.
right.
A
More
Last
killing.
of Us movie, right.
A lot more killing.
I'm only personally interested in The Last of Us movie if it's about Joel and Ellie, and I already know that story, and I'm like,
Right.
I like the way it was told. I don't need to see it
Right.
again.
That's why I
Yeah.
don't want the movie, because I said it before, they were probably going to try to mimic the Joel and Ellie story, and I don't want that. They did it so well in
Yeah,
the
like, you
game.
nailed it.
I don't need the same thing twice.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I
even in-
definitely don't need it, but I would see it.
I'd see.
Oh, yeah, we're all going to fucking see it, but
I don't
would
know
say
if I
it.
would. I think I would wait for it to come
you
out.
would totally
He
see
said
it.
this before.
Well,
He said
and I
it before.
have, and I have.
You might wait for it.
What? Tell me.
You might
You
wait
would
for it
say
to come
it.
out.
Okay.
But in some capacity or another, you will watch that movie.
Oh yeah, I would definitely.
That's what I'm
at some
saying,
point
like,
see
you're not
it.
gonna straight up
But I wouldn't
boycott
like it.
it.
Wouldn't be in a way that would profit them very well. Like I would probably wait till it's in Redbox or something like that.
They make money off Redbox, don't they? They make money off Redbox, don't they?
Not much.
Isn't that why people put them?
I like the
Not,
silent pause.
not that much. I did, by the way, speaking of Redbox, I did finally see Creed. Not to get too.
That was
far.
good, wasn't it?
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
thank
Creed,
God I
dude.
watched that.
Really
I
good
was
movie.
so really into that. But yeah, I don't want this movie at all whatsoever. If they did it like a show type thing, I'd be probably fine with that. Obviously, Powers is doing really well in that sense.
Power sucks. Like,
Pregnant pause. I meant to actually. Edge of Tomorrow almost sneaked its way into our.
I'm surprised you didn't put that. And Kingsman.
Edge of Tomorrow 2 is officially like moving forward. They have their writers, they have their director. It's the same guy who did the newest Mission Impossible. I'm totally on board with that because I love Edge of Tomorrow. That was a really cool movie.
Yeah.
Such a sleeper hit.
It was
Needed,
awesome.
needed more recognition.
And Kingsman 2 is
Yes.
coming. We got the awesome new poster for that. That's more exciting to me than anything else. Especially because of what they teased, and I want to see how they make that work.
You know what I feel like
33
sucks is I feel like
subscribers,
Emily Blunt is in a lot of good movies, and they're all really good, except nobody sees them. Did anybody see Sicario with John Bernthal?
Not yet.
No, I need
it's
to
on my
see
list.
that. That's my next one I'm playing.
Dude, that movie was fucking awesome.
Did you ever see Devil Wears Prada?
Yeah, love that movie.
It's actually a pretty good movie.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not a bad movie. No, it's not bad.
You, while Greg's reading the next story, need to give 100 XP because we hit 33.
Nice. Also, wanted to comment on something I saw. Where was it? Will Mike see the movie Slap Bet? I would totally take that slap bet if it weren't for Mike being in control. Because
Yeah.
if a
Right.
slap bet is made,
But-
that means he just won't see the
Right,
movie.
like
That's
I feel like
right,
that'd be
yeah.
something you have to do secretly, like behind my back.
Yeah, I would totally take
It
that.
have
If,
to be like probability.
But like realistically, I wouldn't. I
Yeah.
really would. I would have zero interest in going, especially like unless it reviewed at like 9.
Well,
here's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
We're going to see the movie, and you're going to come.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my
Yeah,
mind.
how many times have we
Yeah.
all gone to the movies together?
We will see that
We would
movie
see that
together.
Get the
movie
fuck
together.
out of here.
It's the Last of Us movie. It's totally
Yeah,
a
I
movie
think
we
we
should
would
see
totally-
It's
together.
Civil
and
War. That's a
review
movie we
together.
should totally see together.
No, it's different. This is a gaming movie.
That's
Get
not
outta
true
here.
because I already have like a tradition that was established before I was even friends with you guys. Like this would be a different thing.
Oh, yeah?
That's like this is what we do. Is we talk about video games.
This
That's
is like a
fucking
separate
Saturday
thing.
night.
Like nobody I know otherwise would see the Last of Us movie.
Right.
You think so?
Like
Yeah.
with me. No, probably not. Same with Ratchet and Clank. Nobody's going to see
I'm
the
really
Ratchet and Clank
interested
movie with
in
me.
seeing
see
someone.
that.
Yeah, there you go. Dean will see it with me.
I want to see somebody
God.
play The Last of Us that has no idea what it's about in the first 20 minutes. I want to watch that again.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I love those.
That's the fun of those reaction videos. Like the
Those
kids playing The Last of Us, elders
scenes.
playing The Last of Us. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Greg,
Where does
you're up with
this
the last
show-
story. I'm going to
Oh.
give XP to the chat room.
God bless us, everyone. God of War 4 art leak shows new Kratos and a new mythology. IGN's Joe Screbbles writes, after a tease from industry insider Shinobi 602, concept images from a Sony Santa Monica artist website suggest that the newest title in the God of War series will abandon ancient Greek mythology for a Norse setting, but may still feature a version of Kratos as the protagonist. After Shinobi's message, he was last seen predicting a far future Call of Duty, by the way. NerdLeaks gained access to the wealth of images now viewable in full on NeoGAF that detail Norse-like settings, game features, and even show a bearded, trouser-wearing, axe-wielding take on Kratos. Within that same NeoGAF thread, Shinobi has expressed regret for the tease after it seems NerdLeaks bypassed the password-protected section of the artist's website to download the images. The time of writing, NerdLeaks, the artist's website, and an Imgur album used to repost the images have been taken down. Sony has yet to announce a new God of War, but it has been in development since 2014 when it was rumored to be a series reboot. So we're putting a question in the chat room for you guys. What would you like God of War 4 to be? Same Kratos, still Greek mythology. Same Kratos with a new mythology. An entirely new character with a new mythology, or a new incarnation of Kratos with a new mythology. Go and vote for that.
What do you guys want it to be?
I'm down for Norse, dude. That sounds cool.
Norse in general, I'm 100% in for.
Don't
I-
fucking
yeah.
make it Kratos.
Yeah, I definitely.
Abandon
That's my issue. That I don't want it to be Kratos again. Make it something else.
It's
in a
not
similar
that.
line.
It's exactly what I thought they would do. They're treating it like Link from Zelda. This is an incarnation of Kratos. It's not
Which
Kratos.
I think I'm okay with as well.
Yeah,
as long
a
as it's not
dra-
connected.
If it's like a drastically different Kratos, and like he's still sure he's obviously gonna be aggressive, but like if he's got something to say, you know what I mean? Like I need something more from that character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to be somebody, not
Yeah.
just a mindless brute. Like that's not that cool.
Yeah, but I do love Norse mythology, and I like the images, especially like the images that look very clean and futuristic, kind of like how they have for Thor. Because I think in the Thor movies, they do very well representing what we, or at least back then, what they predicted that their gods lived. They
That's what's exciting,
Projected,
dude. Is
like,
like
all
all
the-
the
all the
possibilities.
if you
But,
fight
like,
Thor and take his hammer.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Like,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool
that's the
idea.
thing.
And imagine if it's on a chain and you could throw it at people.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm expecting, honestly.
Are you really?
No, honestly, yeah, I am kind of expecting that.
That
I
would
feel
actually
like
be pretty badass.
the chains, what are they called? The Blades of Chaos are a very integral part of God of War, and I feel like they
So it's
need
like
to do
hammers on the
something
chain,
similar to that.
and you just do like the shockwaves, like boom, 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 boom. That would actually be pretty cool.
They can make it work. I do think there
they
needs to be
definitely
some
make it
work.
kind
I'm
of Blades of Chaos type weapon.
Or
in
they
there.
could go the Dave route and make Goddess of War.
They already did. It's called Heavenly Sword.
That's
No,
Didn't
but
do very well.
No. I would love for them to give another shot at that series.
A
Me
legit
too.
shot. Like,
Yeah.
put 100% effort into that.
Honest, they put decent effort into them too. It's just it was a little too short.
Yeah.
It wasn't diverse enough in gameplay, but visually, production-wise, it was very impressive.
At the time,
game.
it was probably one of the best looking. It probably was the best looking launch title.
the movie was
Wow.
pretty good too.
Really, was it?
Yeah, it was decent.
Looked pretty bad. to
Greg
me.
loves everything.
But I'll have to watch it if you think it's
There's a
decent.
lot of cool shit that could come from this. Like we said, Thor. How about Odin, dude? You
Yeah.
can fight Odin. Go up
Ride
to
his
the
horse?
Bifrost and stuff. Yeah, like there's tons of cool shit. That
Yeah, there's definitely some content here.
Yeah.
that they
the only
can
thing
go
that would
with.
suck is we won't have Titans, which
No.
would be a little disappointing to me because that was probably the coolest thing I saw. Is that when you showed me that trailer for God of War 3 and the whole time you're actually on
Yeah.
the Titans back and I was
Yeah.
like, fuck.
Yeah, but that
That's
being
bad.
said,
Sense of
everybody
scale is
kind of
cool.
knows Greek mythology more than Norse mythology. There
Right.
might be some really cool shit in there that we have
Sure.
no idea
We had this
about.
conversation, remember years ago when we were trying to make a video game and I said, imagine an RPG set in Norse mythology because no one had done that at the time.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad that
Yeah.
people are now paying
I think,
attention
dude,
to
like
that
when they
because-
go to what's it called, Jotunheim and the giant frost giants and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of
I'm getting
creatures-
into it.
Yeah, now you're getting
And-
excited when you think about the possibilities.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely some promise there.
Yeah.
I'm down. Greg, why don't you reveal the poll results? I'm sure people have already voted. Let's see what you guys want it to be as far as this God of War. So it looks like 4 votes is the most, and that's for an entirely new character and an entirely new mythology. So they don't
Agreed.
want an incarnation of Kratos. They want somebody completely
I
different.
respect that. I could
get that.
get on board with that.
Like I said, I
understand.
actually agree with you 100%. I think I am okay with it being a Link type
It's
situation. where
Kratos like by name only.
Yeah, but that's
Right.
the thing is, I agree with you. It can't be the same. Oh, Athena! Like it
Right,
can't
yeah.
be that Kratos. It needs to be a different
very
kind of
grunty,
Kratos.
like very
He can
hipsterish
be-
lumberjack.
He can be
look.
very like physically imposing
Sure,
and
yeah.
intimidating and all that kind of stuff, but he needs to have like some massive difference from the previous Kratos,
Right.
whether
Or-
it be like a real soft spot
I
or
was just
something.
saying,
I don't know.
or he's just
You mean
really
like
silent.
a story? That would help the game.
Even the old
Right,
Kratos,
right,
like,
yeah.
his one weakness was like the child. What was-
Persephone?
yeah, the
Calliope, you dirty.
Calliope.
Yeah.
Calliope!
And then like he's like super like soft, and he like is super emotional, and then like he tosses her aside anytime, and it becomes like so inconsistent.
No,
Yeah.
I feel like it would be very well done if you could see the remorse in his face in this one versus the other ones. In the other ones, it was just like bloodthirst. Like he enjoyed killing. He enjoyed it. In this one, you could see as he was killing everything and going through everything, he hated what he was doing, but he felt like he had.
You
no
talk
choice.
about him like he wore the ashes of his dead family on him at all times. Jesus.
It's true. All right, before we move on to trailer of the week, which is a pretty cool one.
Oh,
thank
it's
you to
awesome!
Kev S, Lee W, and Chris T for the most recent YouTube subs. I'm sorry if some of these aren't popping up on my phone from you guys, but keep those subs going, guys. We're trying to get to 100 subs tonight. We're somewhere in the
trying to get
mid
to 100
30s
subs?
now. We're trying to get to 100 subs because we want to give one of you a PSN or an Xbox Live or a Nintendo card. That'll go to one of the randomly selected YouTube subs from tonight. But we're also giving out 100 XP for every 10 subs we get.
And just so you guys know, those that are joining the room, because I do notice that a lot of our regulars are joining the room again. It is a brand new YouTube. If you have already subscribed to our YouTube, first off, thank you so much. It's been a great help, and we loved it, but we're going to need your help again. We are starting a brand new YouTube channel for the Level Up Network, and we need your help getting to 100 subs, hopefully for tonight. So like Drew said, if you sub tonight, you'll get, at the very least, some XP throughout the night, and if you can get your friends to also subscribe, as well as yourself, you have a very good shot at winning a $10 PSN Xbox, Nintendo, whatever type of card, $10 towards whatever games you want to get.
And once again, there is a reason we're trying to get to 100.
Right.
There's a very good reason, and one of that is appreciation.
Yes.
Yep. Don't forget, the ultimate prize by subbing is
Content.
thousands and thousands of videos that we work hard on every year. So why don't you
And
just
even harder
watch
now.
them?
Even harder right now.
And the
Yeah.
countless hours that we spent over the
I
weekend
have time to do my hair. I'm losing sleep, guys. Sub
Yes.
to the channel, please.
downloading YouTube videos
man.
from our current channel, uploading them again to our new channel, creating new thumbnails. We've been working all weekend on it. So please,
I feel like you could pay somebody for this.
yeah, please
Yeah.
do that. You actually can do that.
Take it from the old.
I looked it up online. There is
Can you really?
there are people you can pay to clone your YouTube.
That's
Get out of here,
impressive.
really.
Yeah, I looked it up.
That's Sickening.
Welcome back, Level Uppers, to Level Up Show, episode 117. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like what we're doing, make sure to follow the show. Hit that follow button at twitch.tv/TheLevelUpShow, or, most importantly, go to YouTube right now. It's posting in the chat. Sub. We're trying to get to 100 subs tonight.
How many do we have right now?
We have like 30-something, I think, right?
Last time I checked, we were still at 33. Yeah.
I like how people are typing X.
Yes, to level up. That's good.
That's
the
actually
idea.
really entertaining. I like
That's
that.
what I wanted people to do.
I feel like a disco fucking Pikachu.
You look like a disco fucking Pikachu. We're at 39 subscribers.
Oh,
Sweet, my friend.
Almost.
Boy, just one more.
I gotta tell you, I'm really impressed with you guys, but not impressed enough.
No.
I'm pretty
You know
impressed.
Why?
Because there's 68 fuckers of you, 70,
68 fuckers of you.
70 of you fuckers in the
Oh
room,
my God,
and we
this
only
is the
have
best
just
stuff.
under 40 subscribes. And I appreciate all the other 35 of you that have. But we have a lot more that haven't. So please go and subscribe to our YouTube right now. We really need the help, and it will help you, because if we get to 100 tonight, you guys might get a $10 PSN, Xbox, or Nintendo card, whatever you choose.
That's a
but $10 to you.
Hundo.
It is. No, it's not.
Guess who just
not
subscribed?
for that.
Gregory
Yeah,
Verga.
that's
Thank you,
cool.
Greg.
Oh,
I
thanks,
was number
Greg.
40. I was
About
waiting
damn
for
time.
It's
I was
about
waiting.
time.
I was okay.
All right, let's go back to the level update here. Next up, some more Final Fantasy 15 news actually has come out recently.
Has there?
Game Informer has the cover.
Yeah.
For Final Fantasy 15 this month. So a whole bunch of news came out of that. We got the whole trailer here too for Final Fantasy 15 uncovered, which was
I
awesome.
love that trailer with the
So
Stand
good.
By Me.
Really good. So gameplay details first. So weapon types include swords, daggers, lances, firearms, shields, royal arms, spells, and something called machines, which weren't revealed yet. One of the screenshots has Ignis with a spear, so that means those characters can change weapons as well. You can improve and forge weapons from materials you collect. The game has magic synthesis to create new spells. When you
Yes.
call a summon, they won't always do the same thing. They're enemies that exist in the world itself, so depending on the situation, they will do different things. It's a huge focus for the staff for summons to feel exciting and a major event when they do show up, not just some random monster that swoops in. They want a sense of awe with them, which is
I
that's
love
probably my
that.
favorite thing out of this. That's super
Me
super
too.
cool, and it explains why in the most recent trailer, Titan in one scene he's punching, in another scene he's like sweeping the
Sweeping up,
ground. In the Final Fantasy 15 Duske demo, you got Ramu throwing the lance down to the ground, and in the trailer it shows him throwing the lance through like the environment instead. So that's pretty cool that they do different things. There will be a growth system where you can spend ability points on weapon skills, Noctis, the party bonuses, and other things as well.
I like that.
This one's really cool as well. Each party member has their own special talent that improves with
Yes.
use. One example given is Prompto will ask the crew to take pit stops with the car where everyone gets out, goes to a spot, and he takes photographs. You can then share these photos on social media. The more you
love
do it, the
those.
better his pictures will become. These are in the game for character development and will have real consequences for the story as well.
That's actually
I don't know
pretty
how the hell
entertaining.
that works.
Because the more pictures that you take, the easier that you are to find.
That's
It's a fucking social
that's
media trail.
probably true. The Empire's trying to track you down, so his photographs are probably going to help them. Prompto is photography, that's his special talent. Noctis is fishing. Ignis is cooking, and Gladiolus is survival instincts. I'm going to put it up on the big screen now because this is awesome. All the environments
So
here.
Gladiolus is probably one of the most important
Yes,
to
probably.
that.
You can make branching decisions similar to older Final Fantasy dialogue choices. That is awesome. They are going back to the roots of the franchise here in so many different ways. I love that. 4 quest types, one of them being fun, which is mini games, chocobo racing, fishing, all that kind of stuff. Then you got the main story, you have monster hunts, and then you also have regional quests. There's already over 200 quests in the game, and they're adding more before launch. Game Informer has this to say, quote, Final Fantasy 15 isn't Witcher 3 or Dragon Age Inquisition in terms of your to-do list. That isn't necessarily bad because your quest log isn't bloated by insignificant or uninteresting tasks. Inspires a feeling similar to pre-PS2 Final Fantasies, where there were a huge overworld maps that made the setting seem authentic and enormous, even if you didn't find a quest every step. They're just saying all the right things, man.
That's comforting. I was actually really concerned about that last part.
Really?
Yeah, because those are some of my biggest drawbacks when I tried out Dragon Age, and I stopped playing them because I was like, "There's fucking too much.
Too many things to do.
You can't sort it out." Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like, even The Witcher, Rick didn't leave that first island for 20 plus hours, and I was off of it in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and then I felt like I missed out on shit, so I was like, fuck, this is so much.
The last two comments. Kingsglaive has been in production since 2013, so that explains
That's
why we had
awesome.
all those rumors about it. And Tabata said there is absolutely no desire at the moment to do sequels to Final Fantasy 15. It's a one-off
That's
game.
awesome.
That's it.
That's
The story ends
comforting
with
to
this
hear.
one.
I feel like that's again going back to their roots because they understood how terrible the reception was to Final Fantasy 13 getting so much attention,
Yeah.
especially because the West didn't like it at all. Or very little at least. Like we understand that Japan likes it, but considering the fact that Japan is getting more into mobile gaming, we are now your audience. Which is funny because you're gonna make the game feel like an Eastern release, like an Asian release, a Japanese release, but it's going to be really pushed towards the West, towards us.
Right.
Which is actually really entertaining.
I want to respond to DD's comment there. He said, why did you have to make a new channel? Why couldn't you just delete the video? We did delete the video. That's not what affects the copyright strike, though.
That's not how it
It
works.
stays.
Yeah.
It's there no matter what you do. You can reach out, but then it doesn't really work.
What you can do is a counter to the strike, but that actually opens you up to a lawsuit. That means that you are creating a lawsuit.
You're basically saying, yes, we fucked up,
Yes.
and we're sorry.
Well, no, that's not what a counter is. A counter is trying to. If you
No, we're
counter,
saying we did
you're
nothing,
saying we
we're saying
didn't
we
fuck
didn't.
up.
Oh, okay, that's what. Okay,
And that's why it starts
And
a
we
lawsuit.
Gotcha.
technically did because
Yes.
it was the footage, but like also
We didn't. Someone was being.
It was bullshit. Here's what happened:
Yeah, great.
it was a season 5 finale discussion that Greg and I did, where we would show 15-second clips from the episode here and there. Somebody, probably AMC or somebody from AMC, was looking around for season 6 reactions, trying to probably limit spoilers and all that kind of stuff, and just took down anything that said finale in it or something like that. But not even they didn't just block it; they copyright strike it, and that makes no sense to me because first of all, they lost nothing off this video. It had like 1,000 views.
Right.
That equals $1 literally in revenue. So AMC put a copyright strike on us for $1. Like it's
No,
ridiculous.
that's why.
as if they're hurting for.
Yeah, no,
for
I actually was really pissed off about it because it's extremely, in my opinion, it's extremely greedy on their part. Like, you don't need the money. It's not like we're hurting you. Like, the only time I
If
understand
it had
this-
like 1 million views on it, maybe. Sure.
Right, but even then, like, there was only one time I've ever understood the reasoning for this, and that's like for a video game. Someone was actually releasing. I think it was the Dragon one, the most recent one, the one about cancer.
That Dragon Cancer. Yeah.
And they were really upset because people were actually posting the entire game, not saying anything, and showing you the game because they didn't feel like it was a game, so they wanted to show you the story so they could save you money. Like, that's obnoxious. That's why I understand it. In this case, though, it's really fucking bullshit, and I really hope whoever flagged us gets RLS for the rest of their life.
Wow.
Oh my
That's
God.
severe.
That's a
It's-
lot.
Well, I mean, it's not
This
debilitating.
escalated quickly.
Do you
Yeah,
know what
I'm on
RLS
board.
is?
I'm on board because
It's
Restless leg syndrome. Yeah.
It's basically where you really can't sleep that comfortably for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a little severe.
no,
not
I'm
really.
on board. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. It's dude. Like, okay, like we're trying. We're making content. We're working really hard. We have normal lives. We don't
We're
have that
promoting your
AMC
content.
money.
Right, like-
you know what I mean? Like, we're not working with celebrities. We're not making The Walking Dead's. We're just trying to make some fucking internet videos.
We ain't no Mon Mothma
We're having
or anything
fun.
here.
We're actually doing it. What pisses me off is that we're doing it for fun, and we're doing it saying how much we love the channel and the show.
Right.
It was actually a sign of, hey, look, we love your show. Oh, really? Fuck you. You're copyrighted now. Like, that's essentially what they did,
Yeah.
in my opinion, and that's a big, giant middle finger. And
We've never had issues in the past. Like, honestly, we don't care that much about copyright claims because the videos that we put up currently get 100 views or whatnot. We put up these videos currently because we're trying to get people onto our channel to sub and like what we do. And then something like this happens and just screws it all up. Motherfuckers.
But the joke's on you.
I'm loving
Start all
the
over
comments
again.
right now.
yeah. All right, go ahead, Mike.
Anyway, God of War 4.
Yeah.
Speaking of.
No, not God of War
That's a
4.
good-
Oh, sorry. Nope. Read it wrong.
Start over. Try again.
Gears of War 4.
There you go.
Nailed it.
Speaking
Almost the
of,
same other console.
Yeah.
Why not? Gears of War 4 will release on October 11th. According to IGN, Gears of War 4 will launch globally on October 11th as an Xbox One exclusive, and its cover art has been revealed. Microsoft announced the release date on its blog, while Entertainment Weekly, odd choice, showed off the windswept cover art featuring the game's new core squad, JD, Kate, and Dell, plus Rocky cameo from Marcus Phoenix 2. I get it, because he's a statue.
what?
For the love of God, keep reading.
What just happened?
We know that Gears of War 4 is set 25 years after the events of the original trilogy, that JD is Marcus Phoenix's son, and that the whole game will take place over the course of one night in the woods. But Xbox Blogspot teases us by saying today's announcement is set to ignite chains of upcoming revelations about what's in store for JD Phoenix and the next generation of Gears heroes. In other Gears of War 4 news, Rob Ferguson, head of Gears of War 4 development, The Coalition, has confirmed that the upcoming Xbox One exclusive will offer split-screen play in all modes. Fuck you, 343. Speaking to Game Informer show and reported by GameSpot, Ferguson said, any way that you can play Gears of War 4, you can play it split screen. However, Gears 4 usual 60 frames per second multiplayer will take a hit. In split screen, the game will drop to 30 frames per second. Worth the sacrifice. Campaign mode will run in 30 frames per second as standard. Ferguson also talked about how the developer goes about deciding how to censor its own content, and he said, quote, gore is important for obvious reasons, and swearing is too. That's good core beliefs, said Ferguson. Quote, generally what we tend to do is take the hardest, the hard off because we didn't want any over bleepify in our game. We tend to look at it, we tend to look at what's on radio, and we tend to go a bit further than that. Basically, it's anything around the word fuck tends to get turned off. I tend to keep the shits, I tend to keep the bitch, I tend to keep the goddammits, that kind of stuff, just because it speaks to its characters, Ferguson continued. When you turn the mature language off, you're basically not going to hear the word fuck anymore.
There you go.
Oh, what the fuck?
This was the E for everyone segment of the One
I'm excited. I'm gonna play that Gears.
Are you?
Yeah, sure. And
I'm really liking that they went, and I said it, I said it for a reason. 343 really pissed me off with the whole no split
it's weird. You
screen
never
play.
talked about it.
No, never.
No.
I'll talk about it now. No, but that to me right there shows me that 343 made that conscious choice because they said we want our game to look pretty. Well, we need split screen mode, but no. You don't understand. Pretty. And they said we need to have 60 frames per second.
I don't see how you could like Gears of War's gameplay though if you hate Uncharted's gameplay.
I don't like the game. I said I respect that.
Okay.
He
So
said
you're not going to play Gears of War?
The only reason I played the other one was because Dan brought it over, and I don't have an Xbox anymore. So
Gotcha.
Probably not. I never said I was going to play it.
It just
You
seemed like
hate
you were going to.
Uncharted's gameplay. More importantly, I never heard you say you hate it.
You told me
Yeah, we had a
privately the other
conversation.
day that he hates Uncharted 3's gameplay.
Wow,
That
what
makes
a
me
bitch.
sick.
It's a chore to get through.
It's a
chore to get through.
Uncharted's gameplay.
Yep.
I'm
It
over
is.
that.
This
Send
guy.
your emails that away.
This
Hey,
guy
listen.
right here.
It is what it is.
That makes me
Good
sick.
lord.
Good Lord is right. Dean, you're up.
Rumor
Has it?
via Emily Rogers on
That was
Twitter.
the best.
Rumor number 1. Yes, Zelda's coming to both Wii U and NX. I confirmed it with a ton of people. I like how people just keep asking. Like I would too. I'm like, is it though? Zelda's coming to both Wii U and NX. I confirmed it with a ton of people. You can choose which one to get or get both. Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Rumor number 2. I heard from multiple sources that you can choose between a male or female as your playable character in Zelda. Rumor number 3. There is voice acting for most of the characters except Link. And I believe we have a poll.
Yes, Greg put it in there already.
Would you
Guys-
play
oh,
as
okay.
male or female Link?
What are the options?
A. Male Link. B. Female Link. C. Won't be playing it as either if they do this. And that's it.
That is just 3 options.
Those 3.
Choose
Where do you fall on
or
this? Does this
die.
upset you enough that you wouldn't play the next Zelda?
No, it doesn't upset me at all. I just think it's dumb, personally. I think it's... We talked a little bit about it the other day, you and I, privately, but like I just feel like the political correctness and the whole like diversity for diversity's sake thing is like getting a little out of fucking control.
I'm going to disagree. I mean, I agree with that last part. I 100% agree. But I disagree with it in this. I like the fact that they give it to you as an option. I feel like it would have been a negative to me if they made it a female Link and that was the only way it went about it. I like the fact that they're letting you choose.
But I mean, like, it's too late. Like, you've had how many Zelda games where, like, Link is a boy. It's established he's a boy. That's
according
it.
to people, it's Zelda.
I would have a problem with it if like every Zelda game was the same Link, but they're not. Every Zelda game, for the most part, is
Yeah.
an incarnation of
Right,
Link.
sure.
So what stops the next
And that's-
incarnation of the Hero of
Yeah.
Time,
That's
the Hero
why I
of
agree with
Wind?
it. Like, I feel like it would have been progressive if they made it a transgender character.
I
That
don't know,
I felt
dude,
like would have
what's-
been like a weird,
What's like
unneeded
where-
thing to add.
Where does it end? Like, where does it end? Or is there going to be a female Nathan Drake that you can choose. Like,
Yeah, Lara Croft.
Well, see,
Yeah,
here's the
come
thing. Like,
on.
I get it. I get what you're
Just
saying,
let
but
it
again,
be.
you're going from a
female
story on the
Mario's
same
gonna be
character.
a Marioette. Like,
What if
let
her
it be.
name wasn't Link? What if it was a Linkle?
if it is Link still, and they just put a KLE at the end of it, then it's the same.
What if it was like, do you want Link in your game or do you want Linkle? Like they gave you that option.
It's same thing. It
Yeah.
depends. If it's a distinctly different character, whatever. But if your character is Link, you've designed this character, you've already established this character's a boy. Your character's a boy. It's fine. It's fine. You can have a boy in your game. Everyone's like, we gotta get girls in. We gotta get girls in now.
Well, we're seeing that with
It's-
movies right now too.
We're
I
like,
mean, just
holy
recently
shit, dude,
Rogue
it's- I
One
get it. It's nice, but like,
and Force Awakens and just a ton of other movies
Yeah,
right
like-
now.
And they're very,
It's
and they're,
just a lot.
it's funny because they're progressive but regressive at the same time. Like they each have flaws,
Sure.
that they don't need to
and
have.
that's the thing is, honestly, as a man, if the shoe was on the other foot, and like there was a ton of girl stuff, and like they weren't putting guys in games, I really wouldn't have a fucking thing to say. I'd be like, cool, I'm gonna play this girl.
I think my
Yeah.
other
Like,
issue
that would
is,
be it. I usually do pick girls.
and I
in
feel
games.
like that you would agree that we need more strong, prominent female presence in games because there's not a lot.
Yeah,
Usually they're
sure.
overly sexualized. But
100%.
the issue is that I think Nintendo has tried to do that. I feel like that's why they unmasked Samus officially and gave you the option to play as
and I've been
Zero
super
Suit
vocal
Samus
about
and
that
everything
here
like
too. Like,
But
I'm
it's-
always championing women.
Yeah, no, that's why I
and
said I
tons
feel
of
like you
stuff,
agree.
and, like,
But I think
I just think
people
like
aren't
make
on
it.
board.
I think it's like a pussy. You're being kind of a pussy. Like your character's a boy, just let it be a boy.
But what would they do
Greg.
then? Like I feel like it's really hard in this day and age, especially for Nintendo, to create a legit first party platform. Like they had like Nintendo's strongest
Here's a thought.
thing is.
Make a new character. Make that a girl.
But I agree. No, but that's what I'm saying. That's my
Have
problem.
our
Is that
franchise.
I
They
feel
did
like they
Linkle.
won't. I feel like it won't catch on.
No, that seems like Nintendo's problem, not mine.
All right.
I mean, personally, if they just gave me the choice, I don't care. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
like I
okay that they
said,
gave me the choice.
I'm not gonna not like. I don't care enough to not play them. That's not the hill I'm gonna die on.
Right.
It's just an observation. I feel I've made. Like it seems like
Right,
they're
everybody
doing
has
it
to
just-
say-
Greg, what do you think? I feel like this is something you want to comment on.
I'm just laughing. I love the Deanness tonight. It's very on point, I feel.
Dean's on a different level tonight.
I'm on like
com-
so little sleep.
Go ahead, Greg.
I completely agree, though. I'm a champion of women. I'm the gay man in the group. I just think it's annoying at this point. It's like, I get it. We need women in more stuff, but like, you can't put women in and then be afraid to have like a male shine at the
Right.
forefront. You know what I mean? Like that, it's overtaking itself at that point. You're becoming a hypocrite.
And that's what it is, Greg. I
yeah.
agree. It's like it's almost fear where they're like,
Yeah.
we can't shoot. Are we allowed to just have a man in this?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
what I
yes,
mean.
you sure are.
Go with
ahead.
whatever.
I'm more like annoyed at the Overwatch thing that happened recently.
Yeah.
Something like
pissed
that.
me
Yeah.
off.
Like just it's like come on, like how
Yeah.
far are we gonna go?
Yeah.
I will say I like her new pose better, and I think they did a
Yeah, I
great
think it's
job of
actually-
finding
yeah, I
like a
agree.
middle ground, and
Sure.
it really fits the character well. But still, like you're gonna have a problem with the girl standing with her butt showing. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it originally,
a break.
at this point, I feel like most people start it as, I want to start an issue because I want to see how far it'll go.
Yeah.
And then they just see the chaos unfold. Like, I feel like there's 1,000 Heath Ledger Jokers out there. It's like, I just do this and chaos.
Yeah, it's it.
You know,
Yeah.
and just see what happens.
And YT Gamers, you're right. Like I feel like if anything, they made her butt more attractive and perky. Now she's like
Yeah.
got her foot up and her butt's
Yeah.
like I got a crease to it or something, whatever you want to call it. Like it's even more like sexy looking in my opinion. I'm like, oh, I'm down with this. Cool, thank you, Blizzard, for making your character even more attractive and sexy.
No woman on gamer. Women are doing pretty good in games nowadays, but black people, hashtag Black Video Game Lives Matter.
That's
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 Should've bought
actually
Starhawk.
the
Actually a
most
great
accurate point. is
Should
that
have bought
there's-
Starhawk.
that's a great
Guys, I think we should see what they all think.
Yes, please
Yes, I
let us
agree.
know. All right, so we have 5 votes for male Link, 1 vote for female Link, and only
No.
1 person that won't be playing
No,
the game.
4 votes for female Link.
Yeah, 4 for female,
said one.
5 for male.
Yes, you said 1.
Okay, if you say so, Mike. Won't be playing as either if they do 1 vote. I think people can read as well, so it's okay. We're all in a weird mood tonight.
You are.
All right, where were we? I don't even know. Greg's
Dean's
up, right?
story. Oh no, I'm sorry, Greg. So you're right.
Greg, go ahead. You're up.
Guys, I don't know if you heard, but Final Fantasy VII, the remakes, all the episodes are going to be 30 plus hours long. Shut the fuck up. IGN's Joe Scrubbles writes, Final Fantasy VII remakes episodes will each be the size of a full-scale game on par with installments of Final Fantasy 13 subseries. There had previously been some confusion over the announcement that the game will be a multi-part series, with some asking whether it would take the form of something like Telltale's 2 to 3 hour episodes. However, in the latest issue of Game Informer, producer Yoshinoro Kitase clarifies, saying it will essentially be a full-scale game for each part of the multi-part series. If we're just looking at each of these parts, one part should be on par with the scale of one Final Fantasy 13 game. Kitase was keen to make clear that that doesn't make Final Fantasy VII Remake will be taking anything more than the general structure from 13. In 13, each installment told the story from a different angle. It was kind of like approaching an unknown territory in a sense. Whereas with Final Fantasy VII Remake, we already have a pre-existing story, so it wouldn't really make sense if that isn't encompassed in a multi-part series. Previously, the game's director, Tetsuya Nomura, had stated that the game would feature dramatic changes from the original, and Kitase continued that message. I, along with Nomura-san and Kazushige Nojima-san, who are involved with the remake, were also involved with the original Final Fantasy. We were the people who created it, so in that sense, we don't think anything is untouchable. That isn't to say we're changing everything, though. I like this a lot.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
White Gamer says he doesn't believe it. I don't see why you want it. I totally believe them. I think this is going to be a series that spans like the next 7 years probably. And you're going to get like one game every 2-3 years.
See, I
and
feel
each
like
one's
that's
going to be a
nuts.
full-fledged RPG, like 30-40 hours.
Of all Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, they're going to expand on what the original did. Like,
wild.
I imagine Midgar, in the original game, it was probably like 8 hours. I bet Midgar is a good 15 to 20 hours.
I was gonna say
Right.
Midgar is probably you're probably only gonna get Midgar in the first game.
No, I don't agree with that, actually. I think,
Really?
because I do think it'll be 30 to 40 hours each game, and I don't think they could stretch out Midgar that long. I think the first game will probably end with... Ooh, that's tough. I don't know. You'll go to Kalm, the town after Midgar. You'll find out about the backstory of Sephiroth. You'll go through the caves. You'll probably make it to Junon, and it might end at Junon. I don't know.
So-
It's tough to say.
This also interferes with your issue that you originally had,
Mm-hmm.
where you were concerned about not being able to travel the entire map. If they do it this way, you won't have that option because there won't be an entire map to travel.
I think that if they're smart, they will do whatever is necessary to make sure that the full world map is on every single disc. If the game releases 3 times, they've got to put the entire world map in each one.
Yeah, but
Because
you
they
couldn't-
can't limit
You
what each
couldn't
one
go
does.
to each one, so by having on the first disc, it would be like, see this pretty area? You can't go there.
No, I'm not saying that, but they need to work it so that whatever you do in the first disc or the first episode, whatever you want to call
It
it,
would be open world.
that continues on to the next one, and
Oh,
by the
wow.
time you get to the third game, you'll have full access to the full world, and
imagine
it'll
how big
imagine
that
what
will
you
be?
did.
Like the first game is going to be 30 gigs, the second game is going to be 45, and
I know, yeah.
the third game is going to be 60.
But if
70
they want to
gigs.
do this the right way, I do think they need to make sure that backtracking and world map and airships and all that kind of stuff are entirely in this game. They are talking about changing the story a little bit. I get that. They're going to flesh out Midgar a little bit more. They're probably going to expand on Jesse and Biggs and Wedge and all that kind of stuff.
What would you do
But
if they incorporate Advent Children?
I don't think that they should go past Final Fantasy VII. I would be okay with them trying to incorporate a little bit of Genesis and Angeal from Crisis Core, but I don't want them to go past Final Fantasy VII and to like post that. And honestly, I don't want them to incorporate too much pre-Final Fantasy VII either. I know that they probably will.
You don't want Dirge of Cerberus?
No, I don't want
Surge of Derbitor?
Surge of Derbitor, or whatever I said. I don't. No, I really don't want that. But
Okay.
I do think that they're going to
Which
bring
makes sense,
in
that game
a
was
few
terrible.
things.
As long
Yeah,
as
it
they got
wasn't
Red
great.
13, I'm happy.
What do we got in the chat here?
Do you think they're going to be $60 each?
Yes, I think each one is going to be $60.
You don't think they're going to do like 40 or 50 bucks?
No, I don't.
Really?
I mean, there's a possibility they try and do some type of promotion where if you have the first episode, you get the second episode for $40.
Can you imagine
Like,
they do $40 each or all 3 for $100 up front? That's $100.
I think by the
for
time all
each
3
customer.
release, which as I said, I bet is like a 7-year thing. Yeah, maybe then, since the first and second episode will be old by then, that they can release the whole series as.
I think it's going to be 6 year, but yeah, I agree because I think it's going to be every other year.
I think when each
It's
one
gonna be-
releases, it'll be $60 at launch.
I'm betting you anything, especially with. Did you put the Kingdom Hearts news in here about the voice actors?
No, I didn't.
It's going to be this year's Final Fantasy. Next year is Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then the year after that is Kingdom Hearts 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII Remake before Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah,
Remember when
I'm
you
going
used to
to
say
bet.
you thought Kingdom Hearts 3 would
It's
come
gonna be
before
this
Final
year.
Fantasy 15?
I did, but then since we didn't put it in there,
Yeah.
some of the voice actors haven't even been contacted yet for their voice work,
Right.
Which is extremely concerning.
It is and it isn't. Sometimes voice acting can be done in 3 months. You know,
Goofy?
Yeah. I mean, look at the Kingsglaive. They haven't done. I know that's just a movie, but they haven't done any of the voice acting on that yet, and that comes out probably in the next several months. So, I mean, yeah, you can do voice acting pretty quickly sometimes.
All right.
It just depends. Matty F and Matt says 7 years. Do you think the console life cycle will last that long?
Nope.
I think that the final episode probably will not be on PS4.
No.
In my opinion,
It'll
I think.
probably be a collection of all 3
I
episodes.
think. Let me rephrase that. I think it'll be on PS4, but it'll also be on 4K or 5.
I bet you
or whatever.
anything that it's going to be available as episode 3, but it's going to be a combination of all 3 on one disc for the next console.
The one thing I strongly believe is that this series is going to span many years.
Yeah, 6
they're
years
they're
is
going
what-
to milk
Yeah.
the shit out of this.
I bet. I don't think it. I'm hoping that's not $60. I think it's going to be 40, but
That would be
see.
awesome.
You could be very right with
That'd
that.
be
but
awesome,
especially knowing.
But I mean, if it's a 30, 40-hour
That's it.
RPG, I'm fine spending
look at
$60.
Hitman series. Hitman series is actually pretty reasonably priced for what they're giving you.
Yeah,
So I
but
like that.
I mean, why would you have an issue with a 30 to 40+ hour RPG when you add in all the side quests and whatnot? Probably 60 hours. Why would you have an issue spending $60 on
I think it's more so just the principle of it all, I guess, because
I guess.
it released as a single game years ago, but now because it's bigger, it's going to have to be $60 each. Like, I feel like $40 is appropriate in a way, but at the same time, I feel like it's also part of what you're paying in a $60 game is the original concept. And, you know, the idea of coming up with all this stuff. I get there's a lot of work and labor going into it,
Yeah.
but they didn't have to come up with a brand new story. You're not paying for the creativity behind it. You're adding stuff to it, but you're fleshing out an already existing story. So I would say that 80% of the creativity part for designing what's going to happen in the game is already done for you. All you have to do is
Nah,
just
I
recreate
don't
physically
I don't agree with that. I think that this is much more ambitious than anybody is giving them credit for. I think that they have a huge amount of work ahead of them. What's up, Greg?
The chat room is blowing my mind.
What are they saying?
Dave goes, just so you guys know, fun fact, in the first Kingdom Hearts, Sephiroth was voiced by Lance Bass, aka the member
Yeah,
of
he was.
NSYNC. Then we kept going, and I was like, oh my god, I loved Mandy Moore as Aerith in that game. And then your average site goes, maybe they can have Justin Guarini do Sephiroth in the next
Oh my god.
I love that.
The weird thing is that I remember when they said Lance Bass was doing Sephiroth way back then, and I was like, "What?" And then in the game, like it was
He was
fine.
good.
He actually said it fine.
He was fine. I don't know. And then they went on to do who's the guy who voices Superman? Went on to voice Sephiroth in the ones.
Jim Caviezel?
No, the one who voices him in like the original animated
remember.
series, and
Oh, fuck! What is his name?
he actually is the main voice of Sephiroth now. He did him in the movie, he did him
I
in
knew that.
Crisis Core. So yeah, Superman
Can I,
is Sephiroth.
attach something else since we're done this segment.
Yes.
I want to attach. I've seen this a few times from a few people, and I've seen it. It's a common thread that I've seen for certain games.
Tim
So-
Daly.
What was his name?
Tim Daly.
That's
Tim
it.
Daly.
I feel like I'm thinking
George
of some.
Newborn?
That's it.
Yeah,
George Newborn.
Greg. He was the one in the Justice League cartoon. He was like the,
Oh, that's not
and
the.
Injustice. He did him. He was in a lot of
Yeah.
all the.
And he sounds perfect for it. I love
Yeah,
this.
he's
love
a great suit.
Justice
I feel like that is just like what's his name is Batman. He's
Conroy?
Kevin
yeah,
Conroy.
Same. I agree.
Which is funny because when we met him in person, he seemed like he didn't really care about Batman as much. But when he's like in interviews, he's like, "I love that I get the chance to do this again."
Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Did you go and meet him?
I saw he was just he didn't seem very enthused about a lot of stuff. Yeah, I was right there. Remember, I was like right with you.
He seemed pretty psyched when he was talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, for everything else, he was just like,
He
"Oh
was
yeah,
into it,
thanks."
dude. No, he was talking to me
Yeah.
about Arkham Knight and stuff.
Yeah?
It was super cool. Yeah.
You know who's not a good, or who is a good voice actor for Superman? Dean and I just watched Justice League vs. Teen Titans, and Jerry O'Connell actually does a very good Superman. I
Yeah,
thought.
he does.
Nice.
I was
That's
surprised.
random.
He's the current one. Yeah.
There's so many different like voice actors for these.
I know.
it's crazy.
Oh,
Heroes.
and you know who's a phenomenal Wonder Woman? Rosario Dawson killed it.
Dude, you should
Oh,
see
really?
some of these
Fucking
people
killed
that
it.
John Berthnall played, like Trigon, this demon.
Yeah.
Trigon. It's
Really?
crazy the people.
I didn't know
that.
that.
Yeah.
They really grab some
Yeah.
bigger
Yeah.
names now for those
go
animated
hard.
DC stuff.
They need to because they're really good.
The DC animated
Some
films
of
are
the DC
good.
animated
yeah.
Super good.
films are some of the best things that are coming out movie wise lately.
They're super good.
Anyway, as I was saying, I saw this before, and just to tackle it real quick, it's really entertaining when I see people claiming, "Oh, this isn't a $60 game. This is a $60 game." I don't know what you justify as a $60 game, but in order to get through all the game, like Gravy Business brought up The Division. I'm not picking on you because people said it about Destiny. People said it about a lot of other games that are online components and anything like that, and they're like, "Oh, this game isn't worth $60." You would gladly pay I got attacked for not liking Uncharted.
Yeah.
Now, how long did Uncharted take you to beat?
Just a single player campaign?
10 hours?
Yeah, probably about 12 or
10
so.
12
yeah.
hours. I strongly doubt. I have zero faith that you have put less than 12 hours into the Division. Even if you don't play the multiplayer aspect all that much, getting through the main story and getting your gear up to where it should be, and just like the same with Diablo. Diablo's story you can run through on easy mode in probably a day. In the same amount of time.
But this is exactly why I was asking you, why should Final Fantasy VII be less than $60 if each episode is 30 to 40 hours long?
Again, I didn't even explain that because it was on the creative concept.
Yeah, but that's what we were talking about this with the No Man's Sky thing. Like,
yes.
We usually consider the price of a game to be more about the content that you get out of it.
Right.
The quality of the content and the amount of content.
Right.
And if something is 40 hours of good content, there's no reason in my mind
I
it
have
should
no
be $60.
problem with it being $60. I'm
Yeah.
saying I was hoping it would, and I would be.
I hope it's $5.
But back onto that, I don't understand what people say the same thing about Destiny. Like, oh, it didn't have enough content. I'm sorry, the average gamer begs to differ because the average gamer right now has put probably 20 plus hours into the Division. Even people like Johnny Poolside, who hasn't touched it in a little while. Same thing with Rick; they haven't touched it in a little while. Like they've put in probably right around. I know Rick way more, but Poolside, even though he doesn't even play it for the past week and a half, 2 weeks, he said, has still put in 25, 30 hours. I know from just seeing how much time he was on there.
What are you laughing at?
I think I mentioned it here before, but I always get reminded of this podcast, the PS I Love You episode. Where Greg's like, he answers his fan's email, and the way he goes into it sounds like he's like on board with this kid, and
Yep.
it turns into he just rips him apart.
I remember exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about the Metal Gear Solid one.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
I saw that one.
Something. He's like, this guy, you're really on to something. Tell you what else, I had this idea. I go into the grocery store, and they give me all the food for free because I walked in. And then he just goes off. It's so good.
It is good.
I always think about that.
But it's entertaining for me when I see that because I don't understand the concept behind it. I don't think it's $60. Well, you put that much time into it, and I'll tell you right now, people gave it a lot of crap for not looking as good as the original trailer. I didn't give a fuck. It still looked great. The snow. Well, my footprint showed up on the snow. Everything works perfectly in that game, and I'm excited for Tuesday because the free DLC comes out, and I'm excited to go in and play more out of it. So I don't really understand that concept. And I'm not trying to pick on anybody. I just don't get where it's substantiated.
Hetman says N64 games were $60. Super Nintendo games were sometimes $90. So yeah. I mean, I honestly, if anything, I hate saying this because I'm like, don't listen to me, you guys don't do it. But video games should be more expensive.
Yeah,
$60 isn't enough for most.
I'm
of these
surprised
games.
they've stayed at $60.
Yeah, I'm very surprised.
They've been $60 for a while.
I mean, when they jumped from PS2 to PS3, and that generation went from 50 to 60, I'm super surprised they didn't jump up from 60 to 70 from PS3 to PS4.
I mean,
that really surprised me.
If it stays, the only thing I won't really justify is if we do see that all digital future, the price would have to come down.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know,
Yeah,
like
I'm surprised we haven't seen 60 digital, 70 disc.
You see it a little bit here and there, small increments though.
Well, I feel like
By
they're
a few
pushing the
dollars.
special edition ones. I feel like is where you're seeing it.
Just general, not all. It's not commonplace, but general edition. Sometimes I've seen here and there where like you can get the digital for like 55, whereas opposed to retail you pay like 64 because tax. But it's not commonplace by any means. But I could see it happening.
Right.
All right, let's move on to On the Spot here, guys. If you didn't know, you can submit your questions every week on our Twitter at the Level Up Network, level spelled LVL. Just put hashtag On the Spot with that question, and you might be chosen to be featured on one of our Sunday shows. So this week, the question comes from Dear the Level Up Show.
Hi.
What terrible games do you secretly love? Sincerely, Game Killer 305.
I've been trying to think about this, and I really don't know.
Well, that's a hard question.
My
because
taste is just too good.
They might be bad, and I might not know it. Right? If I love them.
I know Greg has a few because Greg loves everything.
I got 4 games. 1.
Surprise, surprise, right?
Go fuck yourselves. 1. Alone in the Dark, Inferno. Phenomenal game. Love it. Storyline took a turn at the end that made me hate the story and where it went, but if they did a sequel, I would be happy about it. Number 2, Star Wars The Force Unleashed and Force Unleashed 2. Great storyline. Awesome combat-wise Star Wars games.
I don't
Number
think
3.
they're terrible.
No, those reviewed so bad.
They got like 7s and 8s.
Yeah, but back then, that was when the review scores were like, if you got a 7, it was
well,
a
then
bad
I guess
game.
that's one for me too, Greg, because I like.
No.
Yeah.
Star Wars: The Force Unleashed got 7s, and then 2 went down to like 5s. 2 was bad.
And if that game were to release today, it would have been like a 3 or a 4, probably.
Yeah. Also, number 3, Enslaved: Odyssey to the West. It got reviewed, and it was like
was decent,
at like
yeah.
okay to good, but I fucking love that story in that game. Like, what a fucking good story.
You forgot Bioshock 2.
And number 4 was going to be Bioshock 2.
Oh, we were actually going to say it. Wow. That's hilarious. For me, they're not like
Great.
terrible games, but I also don't love them either. But The Order 1886, I think, is better than the 5s and 4s and 3s that I
I'll
got.
agree with that.
I think it was more like a 7.5 in my opinion.
Well, that's a little high, man. I wouldn't give it a 5 either, but that's 7.5.
and the other one, we talked about it earlier, was Heavenly Sword. That game got a lot of 5s too.
I liked
and
Heavenly
It's right there.
I like
We're looking
Heavenly
right
Sword.
at it right now.
I liked it.
What are we?
I said it's right there.
Oh yes, it's over there. Yeah, I like Heavenly Sword. I thought that was a good game, and they're the same guys that went on to do Enslaved, right? Am I thinking of that correctly?
Yes.
Ninja
yes,
Theory.
yes.
And they went on to do DMC.
Yep.
So yeah, those guys. I think they get a lot of flack. Those guys.
Wait, what is that comment I see? DePunch 420 says Bioshock 2 is awesome. I agree.
I'm not going to say anything because he's a new follower and I appreciate new followers.
You got one.
He's
You
not
get one
new.
day.
He is
There you
not
go.
new. He is not new. He's been here. He's been here.
You have one amongst my fleet that came at you with alternate tags just to tell you how bad that game is.
There wasn't. Okay, first of all, there's not a Dean's Fleet that exists. Number 1. Number 2.
Oh, if
I
we
want to
existed,
point
we
out.
wouldn't
I
let
want
Chat
to
room.
point out.
I feel like
that-
you should show Greg how much
I
of a
want-
fleet Dean has.
want
I
you to
feel like
test
I
my
should-
power, Greg.
I feel like I should show you all the whispers I got saying sorry was just going along with Dean for the show. Bioshock 2 was fucking awesome because I have 7.
So
of them.
they're ashamed to support you, but they'll support me.
No, they just like to see. They like to.
Why
they like to
YT
see
Gamers
crap.
liked Bioshock 2?
Done.
That's 2. Way to go. You showed me.
I wouldn't know. I only lasted like 10 minutes. So. It wasn't because it was a bad game. I had other things at the time. I guess I don't know. I think it was the same time I was trying to play Red Dead Redemption, and that took precedent. So, so yeah.
I like
Trying to go
Spider-Man
back.
Web of Shadows a whole lot more than I should have. That game was really fun.
Is Web
Super
of Shadows
good.
the one with Wolverine?
Yes.
Yes, I like that one.
He
That was
gets
a good
taken
one.
over by the symbiote.
Yes,
Wolverine taken over by
that was a
symbiote. What do you even ask for?
That was a good one.
Give me a
Pretty
break.
cool.
The Wolverine game, speaking of, I thought was pretty cool. Pretty much any superhero game that got reviewed low for being a licensed property, I liked.
Even
a
like
lot.
Iron Man.
No, they sucked, but I played them. I bought
Captain
them.
America was good too.
That was actually decent. Yeah, that was
Yeah, that was a
decent.
solid one.
Web of Shadows, I know that was reviewed pretty low, but I really enjoyed that game.
Derek says Alan Wake. That certainly
Yeah.
wasn't reviewed low.
That got like 9s. on
Yeah, I feel like
some
there was like
sites.
8s and 9s everywhere.
Yeah,
Definitely not a terrible game.
it's okay.
I don't know. I
Um,
honestly, I don't think there's any terrible game that I love. I'm pretty much
I don't
usually
feel like
matching up
anything
with
is-
with the reviews.
There's not a
Terrible.
ton other than like the superhero stuff, just because I like superheroes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I really can honestly say I don't know of like
I
a
could probably think of
terrible.
one.
Oh, you know
See-
what? But here's the thing. These are games from when I was like 5 years old.
Right.
Like China Warrior on TurboGrafx. I look at the reviews for that game now and how people think about it, and everybody just trashes that game so hard. And I'm like, what? China Warrior was like the best
All right,
game.
I have one. The Thing for a PS2.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
I don't know how. Actually, I don't know
dead.
if it's terrible, but I just remember. I don't remember people talking about it.
I actually
Team
played
Killer.
Did you?
That's not
That was
fair.
the first PS2 game I got.
What was that, Greg?
I hate when people word it like this. Obviously, Bioshock 2 is not the best out of the series, but he goes, I honestly like Bioshock 2, but definitely, in my opinion, probably the worst game in the series. Like, you can't say that because there's only been 3. So, like,
And the other two
obviously-
games are like 9s on
That's what I
Metacritic
mean.
and higher.
That's
So
not fair.
that's really not
fair.
saying that much.
It's not fair.
You know.
I don't
Just have to
understand
point that
what's
out.
wrong with that statement then.
Because if you
factual.
I think it
Well,
makes. I think what Greg is saying is it makes the game look worse than it actually is.
That's
It's like
my
Bioshock
point.
2 is the worst
Yeah.
game in the series because it
What
has an
did he- what did he
89
get?
instead of a 95.
I honestly like Bioshock 2, but definitely, in my opinion, probably the worst in the Bioshock series.
He says that he likes it, and he said
No,
that he
There's
didn't.
nothing wrong with
no,
that.
More than the other
no,
two.
Read his statement word for word.
We
That,
did.
that is word for word.
I read it
honestly
verbatim.
Like Bioshock 2, but definitely in my opinion, probably the worst in the Bioshock series.
Is
Right,
that
that's
not
exactly.
what I
You
just
said that's
what Dean said,
verbatim.
yeah.
Exactly what I said.
No, you didn't.
Yes, he did.
Yes, I did.
I think what Greg's issue is that when you say the Bioshock series, it makes it feel like this massive series that
I think
spans
Greg's
like
issue is that he
decades,
likes all
and
the
it's only 3
terrible
games.
things.
You know, so to say it's the worst in the series, it's the worst out of 3 games.
Yeah.
It's not. It's factually correct, and it's his opinion, and there's nothing wrong with that opinion. He even likes Bioshock 2, but yeah, it's not.
Oh, what was that?
There's also the fact that how terrible it is.
That comic.
You can't forget about that. Greg.
Greg.
I love you, Greg.
Greg.
I hate you all.
Greg.
I'll be here.
Greg.
Let me know when we're doing the best of the generation. I'll number it.
We're
for
about
it.
to move on to that.
Greg.
I'm waiting for Mike to say something.
Greg.
I'm not saying anything back to you.
All right then.
You mad, bro?
You're hurting people's ears when you get that close to the
Am I?
thing. Yeah, it's
I'm
loud
I'm
as
sure it's
shit.
crackling. Yeah.
It's loud as shit.
All right, let's move on to the topic of the week. Thank you, Game Killer, for your question. Really appreciate it. Every week you've been submitting
Still
questions on our On the Spot, which is awesome.
he's
Guys,
got a
everyone
lot of
else,
good ones.
we're only getting like Diclonius Games and Game Killer pretty much. That's it. Oh, and Dustin today submitted a question, but it was already decided that it was going to be Game Killer. So please, everybody, please go on our Twitter at the Level Up Network, Level Spot LVL, follow us, and post some questions with hashtag On the Spot. Doesn't have to be gaming either. It can be, you know, entertainment related or
We
or
also
whatnot.
bank questions too, so like don't freak out if we don't answer your question the week you submit it.
Yeah, we do keep a collection.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to one more commercial break, and we'll come back with the topic of the week. Hold on tight. Who haven't I done yet? DJ Morrison. Hold on tight. Welcome back, Level Uppers, to the Level Up Show, episode 117. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like what we're doing at any point, please make sure to follow us. We've only gotten a few follows tonight, so go to twitch.tv/levelupshow, hit that heart button. Thank you to everybody pressing X. I love it. It's so good. Don't forget to also check us out on Twitter at the Level Up Network, level spelled LVL. Follow us, submit questions with hashtag On The Spot. But right now, the big push is for our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/stringofletters. You'll see it in the chat. That is our new YouTube. We are starting fresh, and we are trying to get to 100 subs. It's very, very important that we get to 100 subs as soon as possible. So please go there, support us. You might even get a PSN card out of it or some other card. If we get to 100 subs, we're going to randomly select one of those subs. We're also giving out 100 XP for every 10 subs. Let's see where we're at. We were at 40 something. We are now at... Where are we? 41. Okay, so...
Yeah! We did it!
So unfulfilling.
Guys, you're slowing down and it hurts me inside.
41 subs so far on our YouTube. Keep them coming, guys. That's still not bad.
There's 64 people in here.
Yeah.
That means not every one of you have subbed yet, and that
Good.
hurts all of us.
I'm not
including you guys.
Everyone keeps saying I'm a terrorist. I said when I would blow up Square Enix that I would evacuate the building.
That's good.
No one would die.
That's a good
Not a
statement, but
terrorist.
more importantly, we need those subs on YouTube.
The property damage costs alone, Greg.
Yeah.
That's what would fuck. That's my point. I want to close the studio if they fuck up Kingdom Hearts.
Thank you to Tyspin, Brock, Miss Mel, Rammerman. Those are our most recent YouTube subs. Thank
So
you so much.
guys,
You are
everybody
awesome.
else, I know there's some regulars in there, and as much as I love you, you're falling down that scale a little bit, only because you didn't sub, and we need those subs, and it will help you guys out. We're trying to establish that new channel, and
It's a new channel, guys.
It is.
brand new. So if you subscribed before, trust me, our hearts are with you because we definitely appreciate it, but we're going to appreciate this one much, much more, and we will give you the attention that you
It's
deserve.
just weird that you wouldn't have subscribed because...
Right, you're
how
hurting
will
yourself.
You watch the videos we make. If you
Right.
subscribe?
How will you watch Power Up?
Yeah.
If you don't subscribe to our new YouTube, realistically, probably starting next week.
Da-da-da!
Thanks, Greg. Probably starting next week, we're not going to upload anything to YouTube at all.
Not
Or-
to
or
our
the-
current
to your
one.
current
We
one.
will be using
Right.
the new YouTube moving forward, hopefully.
Yeah.
Unless you guys don't sub at all, and we're like, all right, we got to leave this thing behind.
Yeah, so we would like to give all the attention to the network side. Realistically, if you don't subscribe, all it's going to do is hurt you and us because you guys aren't going to get accurate upload times on the
Yes.
network side. We're not going to be able to give it all the attention as
Matty
possible.
F. Matt says, "There, I subbed. You happy now?"
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Yes, in fact,
I will
that's
actually
all it takes.
give
6%.
you a hug if you would like it. That's all.
Oh, guys,
mean.
I also wanted to point out really quickly.
Don't
D-Day
let
said
him touch you.
my
The gold rubs off.
wait, what? My D-Day8486 says my Sunday ritual is watching The Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead, and then this show, and I love it. Thank you guys for the great entertainment. And then he's been yelling at everyone to sub all night, so I really.
Aw,
Thank you.
you're the best.
I almost prefer Miss Mel's approach. Who says don't sub I'll cut you.
We're not saying that. It's
That's
Mel.
more my style.
That's all Mel. We do not condone Mel's actions.
I'm on board.
I feel like
Have you seen? Speaking of, so Johnny Pool said if you don't, Miss Mel will eat your heart in front of your face while you're still alive.
That's
Have you seen that
amazing.
picture floating around? That it's just like Christian heart, Jewish heart, Muslim heart, something heart, and it's like I'm not saying like they're all the same heart, and it's like I'm not trying to make a political standpoint. I'm just showing you my collection. I thought it was really funny.
That sounds like something Mel would post. The other thing I do want to mention real quick, thank you so much to Tobes for his donation tonight
Yes.
of $10. It
Forgot
is
about
going
that.
towards a great cause. We are trying to improve our network with a new desktop computer that will improve the quality of everything we do moving forward. Once we get that desktop computer, we could probably do a studio camera next after that.
That will be our next goal.
Yeah, and go for 1080p, 60 frames per second,
we'll do
high
a lot
quality
more
shit.
behind the scenes videos too. I would
Yes.
imagine at that point.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot more work if we can get that desktop computer. So please donate at the link provided in chat. Just put in exclamation point donate if you're a mod and you would like to post that. It's at Stream Pro, and we will of course shout you out and give you XP if you do donate.
Hey
Absolutely.
Drew. Hey
What's
Drew.
up?
Do you want to hear a compliment?
Sure.
When we met Derek, aka the Nine Fox, in person, he said that out of everybody, you gave the best hug.
Aw. I've heard that before.
Yeah, I half-assed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually really weird when it comes to hugs.
I have
don't
heard
like
I give
touching
good
people.
hugs.
Yeah, Mike, you give the fucking worst hugs.
You know what? I don't know
Mike
why.
is
I'm
the
very
hugger
weird with that.
hugs you with one arm, and then like the other half of his body will like slowly back away.
No,
I'm like,
that's
I'm
Mike,
really
what the
weird. So
hell?
Are you an ass out hugger?
I
hate
don't.
that.
I don't like getting that close. I'm really weird. My aunt was
you are.
really upset about something maybe about a year ago, and I felt really bad. And my aunt is I'm very close with her. She's like my mother to me, and I felt really bad, and I wanted to comfort her, so I gave her a big hug, and I actually gave her a legit hug. She actually like almost was in tears, and she's like, you've never hugged me like that before. It takes a lot for me to actually hug somebody. Like I'm very weird with it. I'm not gonna lie.
Takes me almost nothing. And I go in a full connect, like a bear. I'll wrap you up in my big old bear arms.
Dean's a good hugger. Dean's a
Thank
very
you,
good
I
hugger.
appreciate that.
Dean's not afraid to touch bulges.
What? That took a turn.
It's all true.
It's all true. It's all of it. So that's the whole spiel. Let's move on to topic of the week, which is the end of our best of series. We've been doing the best of generation series. Next up, the Super Nintendo Genesis generation. There's some other ones in here too, maybe, but that's going to be like the brunt of this one. So, Mike, why don't you read off some of the collection of games that I did list there?
We have a good collection here. I'm not
That is
gonna
good
lie.
collection.
Why don't you read off some of the ones that you like so we can know not to put them on there?
I'm gonna punch you. All right, so on this list, we have Super Mario World, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy III, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Super Mario RPG, Earthbound, Super Metroid, Mega Man X, Secret of Mana, Super Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Country, Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 2, 3, Sonic and fucking Knuckles. Let's just say all the Sonics.
All the Sonics.
And Sonic Pinball.
No. Actually, yeah.
Sonic
Which
Pinball
one,
was
was
good.
on the,
Legit.
which one was on the disc where you needed the separate thing? It was like Sonic's HD, XD.
I think it was
remix.
Sonic 3D, wasn't
That
it?
was Sonic 3D, I believe.
I was a normal kid. I had a Nintendo.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, Mortal Kombat, Phantasy Star 4, Streets of Rage, and Shining Force.
Oh my god, do you remember Streets of Rage?
I do.
You
was a
also
good game.
have...
Was
we
Street
forgot-
Fighter 2 on consoles, or was that only arcade?
No, that was on
think that was
Sega.
only
That
on-
was on Super Nintendo.
Was it? Because
I
that should definitely be
100%
on this
played it.
list, too.
Okay,
Okay.
we're playing it.
How do we want to go about this, guys?
I'm gonna put out another
What are we
one.
doing? Top 5? Is that what
Golden
we've been
Axe.
Golden Axe was good. I do agree with that. And yes, Greg, we are doing top 5. Oh, and I do want to mention TurboGrafx. Doesn't get enough credit. Bonk's Adventure, China Warrior, whatnot.
Drew, nobody knows who those people are.
I know. I just wanted to shout them out real quick. That was my first console ever, was the TurboGrafx. So
That's
that was
crazy.
unfortunate. Kind of lost that war there.
So
He
let's,
said, yeah, that was unfortunate.
is there... Can we... I mean, I feel like I'm reaching out there, but I
can't.
feel like it's pretty safe to say
I love
that Super Mario World will be in the top 5.
Yes, and so will Chrono
Super Mario
Trigger.
World is my number one.
I was gonna say Super Mario World is my number 1.
Wait, can Earthbound be in there?
It might be.
Did you hold on? Did you play Earthbound when it came out?
Probably not when it came out, but I remember Earthbound very vividly, and I
It
love
was-
that game.
That's why I'm
How
wondering.
old would he have been?
I know, that's why I was wondering it.
Wasn't born, I don't think, when the Super Nintendo launched.
Yeah.
Not when it launched, but he was in that era. But he was like, I think he hit 3 or 4 by the time it was discontinued.
Yeah. Here's
So
my number
fuck
one.
me, am I out of this now?
No,
you're not
dude.
out of it.
No, I'm just
it's,
saying.
It's just weird that you asked for
would
Earthbound
be-
because it's a very obscure title
Yeah, but he
that
could've
even
played it.
he could have. Yeah, you're right.
Doesn't play it at launch. Still gonna play it.
Thank
Okay,
you.
can we say our top 5 individuals?
Earthworm Jim. What the fuck is wrong with us?
That's a good one.
Earthworm Jim is.
Toe Jam and Earl.
But see, Toe Jam and Earl was just too obscure for me at the
Yeah.
time.
I wouldn't put that on the list. I wouldn't put Earthworm Jim on the list.
I
but-
think Earthworm Jim would be in my top 10, but not in my top 5.
Chrono Trigger is my number 1. It's on screen right now.
Okay.
That's my number 1. My second would be Final Fantasy 3/6, depending on how you look at it. That would be my number 2. Then it would be Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, my number 3.
That has to be on there.
Number 4 would probably be Super Mario World. And I haven't decided my number 5 yet.
I would probably go Super Mario World as number 1. Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Sonic the Hedgehog is your number 2?
Yeah. Sonic
You know what I
was-
used to call
was
Sonic
huge
the
because I
Hedgehog?
only had Genesis. You gotta remember, I didn't have a Super Nintendo.
We're off to a rocky start here already.
Then probably after that, Donkey Kong Country.
Dean's crazy today. I love it.
See, what's weird, I don't feel appropriate saying this because Final Fantasy 3 would be on my list, but I didn't play it until it was Final Fantasy 6 on the DS.
Okay.
But I don't know if that still counts.
Wait. Did Final Fantasy 6 release on the DS?
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember Final Fantasy 3 did. And that was the original Final Fantasy 3, the Japanese
Oh, okay,
Final
that's
Fantasy
yeah,
3.
that's the one I played.
Then you never played the 3
Okay.
I'm talking about, which is
X-Men
often considered the best.
I forgot. There's an awesome X-Men game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
that
right, I
was
forgot
good.
about that.
That was good. I remember that. I played that on Genesis. Was that only on Genesis?
There was 2 different ones.
Wait, which X-Men game? The side scroller?
No, there was
It-
2. There was not the arcade one. There was one that was a side scroller, but it was
Yeah,
not
there was
the
actually a
thing
few.
of.
There was,
Yeah.
I think, 3 or
Not
4.
the-
There was a X-Men Spider-Man like crossover that was really
Yeah,
cool.
that you could be Cyclops, Wolverine, Spider-Man,
Yep.
Venom.
I forget. There was one you had to beat the X-Men part of it to get to the Spider-Man part of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool shit that came out.
And
later
Tobes,
on.
you're right. Final Fantasy 6 was on PS1. It was either Final Fantasy Chronicles or Final Fantasy Origins that Final
Okay.
Fantasy 6 was included in.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was okay.
Yeah.
Top 32X.
Well, I never
remember.
played it, but I did like Final Fantasy 3 that I played, but I guess it wasn't
Yeah,
the
that
same.
was the Japanese one, yeah.
on DS. It was Final Fantasy 3 on DS.
Here's what happened. Final Fantasy 6 in Japan released in America as Final Fantasy 3.
Okay, so I played
And then
that.
they eventually later on corrected that by releasing Final Fantasy 6 with the PlayStation 1 Final Fantasy Chronicles, I want to say. And that was when everything was corrected and the order was rearranged.
Well, I
It's
like
kinda
3 a
confusing.
lot. Anyway, that was going to be my number 4, but I don't know if that counts because I didn't play it until it was on the DS.
Right.
So I have that.
Maximum
And then
Carnage was awesome.
probably Mega Man X.
Okay, yeah, that's a
as
good one.
5. So
I was going to say, you guys know what I used to call Sonic the Hedgehog? I had a
What?
speech impediment when I was a kid.
did you?
Please tell me.
I never would
I
have
used to
known
call him Chana Chechog.
Wait,
Shout me on.
wait.
Shouted the Chedchop.
Please pause this section of the show. What exactly did your speech?
I
impediment
said-
about?
Chana Chechog.
So your S's became CH's?
I have no idea
Was there any kind of rhythm to
why
that?
Sonic the Hedgehog became Chana Chechog. But that's the way I used to say Sonic the Hedgehog.
Drew, that's
Did anything
so
else
crazy,
have
'cause
this
I feel like you're,
speech
I feel like you're
impediment?
so
That's the only one that my mom always brings up.
That's a good one.
Chana
to bring up.
Chechog.
Chana
Man,
Chechog.
that's
Wow.
funny.
So a little tidbit about me.
I feel like that's racist.
We're learning more and more every day.
What about you, Dean? If you could name your top 5.
Number 1 is Super Mario World. Number 2 is A Link to the Past.
Nice.
Number 3 is Super Metroid. Number 4 is
Oh, man.
stuff.
I figured out my number 5.
I'm gonna go with probably Chrono Trigger.
Really? Did you play Chrono Trigger?
I did.
You're the man.
I did.
You played a Japanese RPG, man.
I did, yeah. I was so young, like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But I remember I liked it.
I don't know what was wrong with
There
me.
you
I
go.
played it at one
I
point.
remember I liked it, and I looked up like a lot of shit about it when I had the means to back then. But yeah, I like Chrono Trigger.
So you do have some fondness for Japanese RPGs.
Yeah, sure. Just not as I got older. Like
You
when I
show
really-
promise, Dean.
When I learned more about
You
games, like I didn't play as much.
promise, Dean.
Number 5 would be, for nostalgia purposes, Donkey
Crying.
Kong Country.
Gotcha. My number 5 would be Super Mario RPG.
No,
Okay,
good one.
that's a good choice.
I just remembered that.
I didn't get to play
Hey, Johnny
that.
Poolside just said it too. Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
I want to point out there's a game that a lot of people forget that I think is one of my favorites that is very topical right now, and it's the fucking Punisher game. Did you ever play that? Dude, that game was awesome. It was like a Streets of Rage style Punisher game, and you could play co-op. And it was a fighting game, but once in a while you pick up the gun and just blow shit away.
Nice.
Like it was badass.
That's cool.
I want to play that game.
Badass.
I
It
did like
was.
Mortal Kombat on SNES, but that wasn't. I didn't like it enough to make my
Yeah.
list.
Greg, I know this era might be a
little.
little more difficult for you, but could you figure out a top 5 from this list?
Yeah, probably not in order, but I'll just give you like the games I played.
Sure, go ahead.
Super Mario World, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Earthbound, Donkey Kong Country, and then Mortal Kombat. I think that would be my list.
Mortal Kombat was good. Yeah,
Mortal Kombat
I
was
played that
Mortal
game a
Kombat.
lot.
Me too.
I love Mortal Kombat.
ABA-CABB.
That was my first introduction to the whoopsie.
Oh, and fuck, Aladdin's not on there.
Yeah, Aladdin, Lion King, Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, they were
all those
Lion King
were
is
good.
actually. I might.
Lion King was not that good.
I think Aladdin was my favorite.
Yeah,
I like
agree.
Lion
I
King better
agree.
than Aladdin, but I like Aladdin a lot. ABBA.
Pinning them up against anything on like some of the games on this list seems.
See, Lion King is, I think, more nostalgic to me. I think that's the only reason why I would put it on there.
Sure, yeah. Yeah,
That's why
Donkey Kong-
Mortal Kombat's up there
I
for
have
me.
a lot of fond memories.
Okay, so the one that I feel, for me,
We lost
has
it,
to be
yeah.
on this list. You guys can't convince me otherwise. Actually, 2 of them, honestly. I feel like these 2 have to be on the list. It's Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy 3/6. Those have to be on this list, in my opinion.
My opinion's going to be, because I was the only one that said it, and I feel like it needs the attention, is Sonic.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I know you didn't have a Genesis, but I'll tell you right now, it's
I played it a ton. My cousin had one. My buddies had one.
I hated Sonic.
In my
don't know
opinion, dude,
why.
I have never played a good Sonic game, and I've played
Sonic?
every
dude.
games.
The original Sonic. I can still play
Frustrated
them
the
now
hell
and
out of
have a
me.
shit ton.
I would
of
definitely
fun.
say they're good. I wasn't like
I
crazy about
disagree.
Sonic, but they're good, I would say.
I
mean,
don't-
Sonic
like, what do you do?
2
What the
put
fuck
into
are you
Sonic
doing?
and Knuckles.
You're just getting carried by inertia. You're getting hit and everything. The coins are meaningless. There's no puzzle solving, really.
Your coins are your life. If you run out
Yeah.
of coins, you die.
Yeah, that's it though. But like, you're collecting
thing with
like,
Mario.
I don't know.
Dean said, "What
Oh,
do you
wait, no,
even
he
do
just
with
gets hit by everything and dies.
Oh, sure. We're gonna compare
By
Sonic to
inertia.
Super Mario.
I'm just saying,
Let's
we're,
get a
we're
vote.
nitpicking-
They are very comparable.
Let's
We're
get a fucking
nitpicking
grip.
right now.
Not in terms of quality.
They're the platformer mascots
Yeah, they
of
are.
each console.
Yeah,
They're not,
fine.
dude. Super Mario, the Super Mario 1, Super Mario Bros. 1, shits on anything Sonic has ever done. Period.
true.
Super
That's
Mario
true.
1, none of this shit would have. You would never saw Sonic.
That's
you would have never saw so many
completely
games.
wrong. I would disagree.
That's
with that
completely wrong.
Yes, I agree.
Super Mario Bros. 1,
Fight.
you're out of your mind.
Yes, Super Mario
Yeah.
You're
1
out of your mind.
is one of my favorite games of all time. That is, if you want to talk about the most nostalgic
No,
thing for
guess
me,
what? I
Super
don't let
Mario
you like
1
Super Mario
is
1
absolutely 100% the most nostalgic thing for me. That said, Sonic would still have come to surface if it wasn't for Super Mario 1. I have zero doubt in my mind. Because
Well,
somebody else would have
we'll
done
never know, I guess, 'cause
something.
I'm
Right,
not
because
a
I mean,
time
you can't go back.
traveler, but-
Right, but somebody else would have
I
done
don't
something
think
very
so, man.
similar to where it was side-scrolling. You would move across from one side of the screen to another, and then Sega company would be like, we could do the same thing, and they would come up exactly with whether it's
Super
Sonic or
Mario,
not.
it's just so much
Pause.
fucking
I want to give a shout out to
Sonic, though.
Osler, one of our few follows tonight. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Osler, for following. Keep
Thank
those
you,
follows
thank you,
coming,
thank
guys. Okay. Can
Your
you
average- wait,
guys
pause,
agree
pause.
with Chrono
Your
Trigger
av-
and Final Fantasy 3 to start?
Your average
yeah.
site
That
says,
takes up a
"Here's
lot
where
of that
Drew
list.
shoehorns
It does,
in
I
every
know.
JRPG." I love that.
What?
Your average site says, "Here's where Drew tries to shoehorn in every JRPG."
Right, he just did.
I already
There.
did. Those are the 2 that I feel like have to be on here. I'm willing to part with Super Mario RPG. That is my number 5, but I'm okay with that not making it into the top 5.
See, what sucks is
Legend
Sonic-
of Zelda: Link to the Past has to be.
That has to be on the list, in my opinion.
That's
yeah.
mine.
But see, that's
That's
two. I mean, unless somebody else agrees with it, that's I don't know. I feel like it's a little unbalanced because you were the only ones that really.
I'm not saying Link to the Past. I said Final Fantasy 3 and Chrono Trigger. Greg said Link to the Past.
No, I
I'm
get
agreeing
that,
with
and
him.
Dean said it too, which I understand. But again, I can't say anything because I never got to play it.
Oh, Link to the Past was
hate me. I
fucking
don't have
boss.
a fucking.
It's just
Oh my God.
crazy. I didn't
It's
play it
the
on Super
worst.
Nintendo. I played it on an emulator. I just can't believe you didn't play these classic games.
That's how I played a lot of them, through an emulator. That's weird.
I played Chrono Trigger on an emulator. I played Final
Well,
Fantasy
that crack.
3 on an
There's
emulator.
a dynamite barrel.
Yes.
And you get the bonus.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
I fucking love Donkey Kong,
Yeah.
dude.
And it sucks because I feel like that needs to be on there too, but I'm going to fight to my death.
Donkey
that
Kong's good, yeah.
It's hard.
Sonic needs to be on there. It 100% does.
If that's your, that's the hill you're going to die on, then yeah, maybe we can find a way to get that in there.
If that's your weird, strange...
Maybe that's the number
I'm
five.
not the only one. There's got to. I'm telling you, I didn't really.
No,
like
I
that,
like
but
Sonic.
there's-
I didn't love Sonic. Was me, but...
I fucking hate it, Sonic.
You guys.
Did we lose Greg?
That game is so frustrating.
Or is it just telling us that we've been on a call for forever? Yes.
Hi.
Hi, you still there? Okay, maybe we can have Sonic at number 5. So let's figure out the
can we
other 4 then.
let's eliminate stuff, because right now this list is 16 games.
Yeah, it's
We need
fine.
to- Shining Force gone.
Streets of Rage gone. Fantasy Star
Fantasy
gone.
gone.
Mortal Kombat
I wanna
gone.
keep for no, I want to keep that.
Earthbound, as much as it was awesome, I don't think that should make it.
Oh, what? That's like
It
the
was
only
great,
ones
but
I
it was-
played.
I'll tell you right now, it was great, but Final Fantasy 3 was better.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Earthbound should make the top 5.
Okay, so Secret of Mana gone.
Yeah, it's another great JRPG, but
Super Mario Kart gone. The definitive one is Mario Kart 64. Super Metroid is probably going to be gone, and I hate
Whoa.
saying that. 'cause
Dean,
that's
you
gonna
okay
be
with
the
that?
top 10.
Super
No,
Metroid?
not
No?
yet.
Okay.
I don't think yet.
I feel like you're the guy that's going to fight for Super Metroid.
I love Super Metroid.
We're taking off Super Mario RPG.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
die
you can
for
take it off.
I just
I'm not
don't
going to
think-
fight for
I
it.
just don't think it should be taken off yet, just in case. That's all.
We're taking off Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Mega Man X gone.
I don't know.
I
What do you guys
guess.
think?
I mean, I would like it, but I'm not going to get it. It's not going to.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge game for the entire generation.
So
But
gone.
It's not a.
It's on screen right now, Sonic.
Yeah. Man, I miss this.
That's number 2 there.
This was This is like one of the harder levels of number 2.
The whole fucking series was so difficult to me. That's why I hated it. I could
That
never
doesn't mean
fucking
that's
do
bad. I hate that. Oh, the game's hard, so it's terrible. Like I hate that concept.
I don't think.
it.
it
No,
was
that's
harder
not
than
true
it
at
was
all.
poorly
Dark
designed.
Souls and all of them, I can appreciate
it's
those
not.
games, but
It's my
it's
opinion,
Sonic.
man. You can't tell me no. My opinion. It's my
You
opinion.
well, you just told me that my opinion was wrong for liking Sonic a minute ago.
No, I didn't. I said I think Super Mario Brothers is easily, indisputably better. I think.
I get that, and I understand, especially if you didn't have this was my to me.
Don't
I
get me
didn't have
wrong,
an
I
NES.
played a ton of this.
I know you played a ton of it, but this
I'm
was
well
to me.
familiar
I didn't
with the
have
games.
a NES console, so this to me took place of playing a Mario game or anything like that.
Yeah,
and there's a
yeah.
lot of people that was the same way, and it might not have the same quality in many aspects, but in a lot of ways, this was the best game that you could play on a second game.
The real question is Tails gay and or a female?
I think yes is the answer.
Is that really the real question?
Why
Yeah.
is that a question?
I always wondered about him.
No, it's
definitely
an
get
orphaned
some gay vibes.
little fox that Sonic felt bad for and wanted to give the big brother attention to.
Or that's
Greg.
what Tails wanted him to think, so he could get closer to the D.
Read fucking tweet, dude!
Does Sonic have a D?
I don't know, man.
Oh no, I never looked.
He definitely no. I think he has a chili dog.
Dean, that's
seen
the
him
greatest thing you've
procreate,
ever
so.
said on the show. Or he just wanted to get close to Sonic to get that D. I love that.
All right, we're
We're a
losing
love love
track
show
here.
today.
I don't
Sonic
know,
is a pedophile.
my number one is definitely Super Mario World.
We can
I
all.
think
Yeah,
that's-
that's got to be on the list too. Really?
Well, no, I thought we already established that. That's what I
Okay,
said at
did
the
we
beginning,
establish that? Okay.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
Super
yeah.
Mario World is number one. Do we agree on that at least?
That I do.
Here's
Okay.
the ones that I'm feeling like it's coming down to. Then I feel like it's gonna be Super Mario World, Link to the Past, Final Fantasy 3, Chrono Trigger, and
Donkey
What other?
Kong,
Well, we should
Sonic,
put
or Super
Sonic on there,
Metroid.
because seems it's important to Mike, and we
Okay.
needed compromise.
can we agree to that then? We haven't figured out order yet, but Super Mario World, Final Fantasy 3, Chrono Trigger, Link to the Past, and Sonic the Hedgehog. Which one?
Yeah, I'm okay with whatever one
I feel like
is decided.
Donkey Kong
Wait.
Country needs to replace Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger? No, no way,
Final
no.
Fantasy 3. Either one of
No,
them.
I'm sorry. No. I can't agree to that. I'm sorry. I can't. That's crazy to me. I mean, I like Donkey Kong Country, but I mean, is it that good?
It's pretty good, man.
It's really fucking good. It's one of the more definitive games on that console. I
I
mean,
didn't
here's what
play
sucks about it is
Chrono
I
Trigger,
get
but I did
that
play Donkey Kong.
in a
Donkey Kong was
game
awesome.
that Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy 3 were great, but not nearly as many people played and loved it as much as you.
I
did.
never really.
I disagree with that.
I think
those
Chrono
are big
Trigger
games.
is definitely a shoe-in. Final Fantasy, I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Final Fantasy 3, if you're not hearing Final Fantasy 7 as the greatest, everybody says Final Fantasy 3/6 is the
Yeah, but
greatest
to
Final
be
Fantasy.
fair, every Final Fantasy fan is like, this Final Fantasy is the greatest game of all time.
I mean,
the Final Fantasy
Final
community has
Fantasy
100,000
is one
fans,
of the greatest series of
and
all time.
there's 3 different
You're
factions.
you're a loud bunch, aren't you?
It's either
Yes, we
9,
are.
7,
I'm sorry,
or
it's
6.
indisputable. Final Fantasy is one of the greatest series ever made in gaming.
I get
It's
that,
probably
but-
top 3. Like it's.
I don't know, man.
And Final Fantasy 6 is arguably the greatest Final
So
Fantasy
where's
game.
then where's Chrono Trigger fall? I mean, I don't know. I feel
I'm
like-
gonna give my honestly. I like Chrono Trigger better than Final Fantasy 3. I've always felt that way.
I know you've
but
said that. You've said that on
Yes.
the show in the top 10s. before.
Chrono Trigger is one of my favorite games of all time. It's definitely like top 5 games of all time for me.
We have to have 2 more games that get deleted. So
Wait,
we need
what?
to do that. Like 2 more games need to be taken off the list.
Yeah, we have 7 right now.
We have 7 currently.
So we have Super Mario World, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 3, Legend of Zelda, Super Metroid,
Donkey Kong and Sonic.
I know you're
Donkey Kong, and Sonic. Yes.
Okay.
That's fine.
Oh my god.
John,
The only
Super
hill
Mario
I'm really
Kart-
willing to die on is Super Mario World, and we've already all agreed to that.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I
that's
100%
Super
agree.
Mario-
That's
Super Mario
like
World's
one
on
of my
the
favorite
list.
games of all time.
Yeah, that's easily one of the best games of all time. I feel.
So Super Mario World has to be 1 then, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
Super Mario World is
I think
one.
so.
I think we can say definitively.
Done.
Dave says Chrono Trigger is top 3 for sure all time. I agree, man.
I agree.
Chrono Trigger's
That's
up
I
there.
get that, but I mean, let's just say I don't know.
Come at me, bro, Sister Patch. If I had to lose one, I guess I would say Final Fantasy.
Because you
3,
have
but
Legend of Zelda on there. Too.
no, that's Greg. I just
Oh,
say
does
Legend
it?
of
Legend
Zelda.
of Zelda, I would fight for Legend. Link
Yeah,
to the
me
Past
too.
belongs
That's
on
my
the list.
one. That's my one I need.
Yeah, Link to the Past
Link
is
to the
on this
Past
list.
belongs on this list. Yeah.
Link to the
I
Past
love
is
Zelda.
fucking incredible.
I mean, I told you my
Do we?
5.
Okay, so here's the thing. I mean, I'm not gonna fight this to death. We do need a compromise. So I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, if you want to nitpick, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic and Knuckles with Sonic 2, both at the same.
Did you like Sonic the Hedgehog more than Donkey Kong Country?
Yeah. Oh, hands
Well, then
down.
there you go.
I think that's. And I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna compromise. I feel like, I mean, Donkey Kong would be close to it, but I don't think it's gonna be on there. I guess because we have Mario, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy, Link to the Past, and then Sonic.
So honorable mention.
Metroid and Donkey Kong Country are the honorable mentions.
It is, okay, we need to decide the order then of things.
Wait, so we're taking off Donkey Kong and Metroid?
Donkey Kong and
guess.
Metroid are honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Okay, they can go lick my balls.
Made it
All right.
this close.
I love how no one even disputed Metroid as like this should be on there, but it's not.
I think
going to.
it's one of those games that's like, yeah, it's like right there, but we all,
Yeah.
I don't know.
If
6
had
would be
more
Donkey Kong
sleep
and 7
energy,
would
I
be-
would have fought for it, but
Yeah.
I'm like too tired to. I just can't.
All right, I would say I'm okay with Super Mario World being number 1.
Yeah, definitely.
We all in agreement?
I am in agreement.
I think
That's-
Chrono Trigger should be number 2.
I agree with that as well.
Okay. I think Link to the Past should be number 3.
I also agree with that.
Yeah.
I think Final Fantasy 3/6 should be number 4.
I agree with
Other
that
way.
as well.
4 and then 5.
You think Sonic should be ahead of Final Fantasy? I'm gonna laugh
way,
at you.
dude. There's no way. Come on. Even you have to be kind of like, come on, dude.
Hold
There's
on.
no way.
Hold on. I only have this to say about that.
Okay, go ahead. That is not.
Come on.
That
That's
my
not words.
God. I love how it looks in the camera. It's just so
You
shiny.
should have told me to bring a fucking visor over, dude.
I mean,
Jesus.
come on.
Jesus.
There's water on
Christ.
the microphone.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
Yeah, there's no possible
There's
way
no way.
come
that
on.
Sonic is better than Final Fantasy 3 or 6.
I don't know, dude.
Whatever.
Sonic is making it on this list out of pity.
Dude, that's such bullshit.
Not, dude.
I'm sorry, but I would put Donkey Kong Country on this list before
You
Sonic.
guys are
Yes,
fucking ridiculous.
retweet,
Not.
retweet,
But
retweet.
I think that Mike should have his game on this list.
I don't want the pity vote.
No,
That's so
everybody gets their
annoying.
game for the most part, and Sonic is your game.
You can't
Yeah.
play the pity vote and then say you don't want.
No,
to
I
get it.
didn't say I didn't want that. I'm saying there's no reason that Sonic shouldn't. I'm trying to argue legit reasons that it should be on there, and you guys are saying it's a pity vote. If you guys really feel
because we
vehemently
feel
that it shouldn't be on there,
pitiful for Sonic.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I just
don't-
really don't agree with Sonic, but I think that you should have your game on this list.
I don't know. I mean, you guys do whatever.
He's so upset.
No, I'm putting my jacket back on. God damn.
He just,
You
no,
did
but the way you
last
did
time.
it's like, I'm out of here. I'm not, I don't care about this shit anymore.
No,
I'm taking my
because
shiny ass and
It
getting
doesn't.
out of here.
No, but realistically, I mean, at the end of the day, it's really not going to matter if I think that
Well,
Sonic should
I don't
be
know.
number
It
4.
depends what we want the list to be. Like, is this if it's the level up
Right.
list, then everyone should have a piece. Of
Yeah,
this
I think
list,
so too.
You know,
And I think that's your piece.
I agree.
So I'm going to put that out there. Then I'm going to go for the pity one. 2 weeks in a row, my vote.
You've got a weird
been
taste,
defend.
man. You got a weird
I don't
taste.
have a weird taste. There are people. Listen,
Seems a little-
I had a weird taste because I didn't have a fucking Nintendo console. That's been my issue for the last.
That is
2
true.
That's
fucking,
true, yeah.
Like I didn't fucking. I'm sorry, I didn't have.
You
one.
are rectifying that in certain
Like,
regards.
I don't understand
I
why.
forgive you for not having one, but for you to feel like Sonic's better than Super Mario Bros. Is fucking insane. It's insane to me.
I didn't say
That's
Sonic is
insane.
better than Super Mario Brothers. I never said
You turned into
those
Jack
words.
Black for a
I'm
moment there.
going to rewind to this.
You did say
point
that.
and
It's
show
better?
you.
You said, yeah, you said it's better.
You said it.
I did not say it's
You
better.
1000%
I said I would have
said
been
it.
Pretty sure
me,
you said
and
it.
I said that it's
All right,
in.
we're gonna see. 'Cause I'm gonna
I
show you this
never
video.
in my life.
Maybe I
said that's Mario.
misconstrued your words, but at one point it
Definitely,
seemed
because
like
I
you were
never.
certainly implying
I will
that.
tell you right now, if I said it, then fuck me. I'll
Okay.
wear this for an extra week. But I
All right,
never.
well, now you
Done.
clarified that.
Right, I
Accepted.
never would have said that
Okay.
Sonic was better than Super
Okay.
Mario World ever.
All right.
Sonic
Okay, well,
is,
I'm glad that we're in agreement there.
yeah.
Super Mario World's number 1.
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger number 2. We all agreed Link to the Past is number 3, so now it's just down to 4 and 5. Final Fantasy 3, Sonic the Hedgehog. China Chit-Chog, as I like to call it.
Sonic shit show.
China Chit-Chog.
I
mean-
mean, is there?
There's no fight in it. It doesn't. If it really doesn't make that much sense, then I'm alone in it. I'm on an island, and that's fine.
Has the-
I'll
has the
enjoy
chat seemed to go in one way or
Untouched-
the other
I don't
on
know
this?
if they've even paid. I think they're all giving me shit for my goddamn shirt. My fucking
I want to give this a poll here.
Pikachu disco.
Because I didn't really see one way or the other in the chat.
Pikachu disco, he said. My Pikachu disco.
Alright, what did I say? Stream poll? Is that it right there? Alright, so Final Fantasy
This episode has been fucked. I
Dude,
love it.
these
3
topics of the weeks are my fucking favorite.
Yes,
They're my
me too.
favorite.
Me
versus
too, me
Sonic.
too,
Which
me
one,
too.
Mike? Which Sonic are we going with?
2.
2. Alright, versus Sonic 2. Alright, so
It always goes the same.
That's what I'm saying. That's my issue. I don't even. That's why I don't even want it
It's
because no,
so
really,
funny.
it is. It actually is kind of annoying just for the sheer fact it's like we disagree with you, but we'll give it the chance to see if the chat has pity on your
Annoying.
soul. Like that's fucking really
Or
annoying.
hilarious.
Mike, you won the chat last time with me.
That no, I. Okay.
But it's not like we're not going against you for the sake of going against you.
Yeah.
Oh, I get
We
that.
just don't agree. It's
yes, we just
It
have a
just is
difference
what
of
it is,
opinion.
Yeah.
Alright, so far Sonic is getting the early lead, it looks like. We got
See,
one
that's
for
not what I want. I
Final
swear to
Fantasy
God,
3.
if you are voting for Sonic for any other reason than you played it and loved
Uh-oh.
it more
Let's
than
go.
Final Fantasy, I will hunt you down and make you wear this shirt for the rest of your life.
I feel like
Final Fantasy 3 was making a bounce back for a moment there, but it looks like Sonic 2 is...
it's real strange that Sonic's not the blue bar.
That is,
Right? That is actually
true.
really annoying.
Out there.
It looks like it's going to stay with Sonic. It looks
See, that's what Guitar Freak. You're welcome. Like, I don't want that. I want a legit vote. Like,
Guys,
no,
stop. Just vote legitimately. I think they are. I think
Do
they're
you get what I'm
legitimate.
saying, though? Am I,
I get
wrong
it,
for
yes.
saying that? Like,
I get
I
it.
just don't want to say that for no reason. Like, there.
I mean, it's a
Johnny
considerable lead
Poolside.
for Sonic, so I think
Johnny-
that it's probably
Johnny
for real.
Poolside, you spelled Pikachu wrong, and I'm very disappointed in you. It's with the
Yeah, how did you spell with a C?
It's
That's
with
the
a
baby.
K.
That's Peach.
Pichu.
Get it straight.
Oh, fuck Pichu.
Fuck
Oh
Pichu.
shit!
What?
What? Strong feelings about that one.
Fuck Pichu and fuck Raichu. Pikachu's the boy. He's the boy.
I agree with you. Pikachu is the boy. I don't know.
No, bitch, that's Raichu.
Raichu's kinda cool.
Do you remember that video?
I'm calling it. I think that's
Alright,
enough.
that's whatever.
There's enough people voted. All right. Thank you for voting. You guys voted Sonic 2 ahead of Final Fantasy 3. So that means our final list for the top games of the Super Nintendo Genesis TurboGrafx generation are number 5, Final Fantasy 3. Number 4, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Number 3, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Number 2, Chrono Trigger, and number 1 game for the Super Nintendo generation is Super Mario World.
Yeah, Star
list.
World.
Yeah,
Go
good
play
list.
it.
I want to play that. I might buy that tonight.
See,
bought it
because
again on
the
Wii
thing
U.
that was
That's what I'm
fucked
saying. I'm gonna
up.
buy it tonight. I have $10 left over.
It's awesome.
The thing that was fucked up was that Pikachu would always be like Pika and be like cute as fuck, and Raichu would always be like Ray Raichu.
He was a little bit of a
It's
drug
like
addict.
really creepy.
He was like kind of like a rapist. I feel.
Yeah,
Wow.
a little bit.
I hated fucking
I don't know if I
Raichu.
go that far.
I didn't hate Raichu.
Yeah, I don't think I
Oh,
would go
and the
rapist.
best thing that ever happened in anime is when Ash is sitting on the hospital bed with Pikachu and he has the Thunderstone, and Pikachu slaps that shit out of his hand and says, Pika! And they go back and fucking kill it. Love that episode.
Hey, do you want to do best mobile games of all time and just all the consoles?
No, I do not.
Why?
Mobile games?
No, I meant
never.
I would literally have nothing
Game
to say
Boy?
for 45 minutes, dude.
DS.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see
They're
what you're saying.
mobile. They are mobile consoles.
I would say portable.
I would say handheld.
Just when I hear when you hear
now we're playing
mobile, you don't
semantics.
think of Game Boy when you hear mobile
No.
nowadays. That's for sure.
All right.
I think portable
John.
or handheld.
Fine. The best portable. Sorry for my wordage.
Sure.
Of all time.
I would
Yeah.
be down for that.
I'm down to do this topic as much as we can.
The best of series goes one more week, I guess.
I'm so.
All right, we can do one more week, I guess. All right, let's do our special thanks here. Thank you to all of our subs, our patrons, and whatnot. Here you go. Subscribers are The Nine Fox, Greg Verga, Johnny Poolside, The Lone Gunman, The Level Up Host Rue, Bass023S, Tobes29340, The Tack, Game Killer 305, Difficulty Level Noob, Your Average Psych, Guitar Freak 12345, and Tyspin. Our patrons, Pussfilled Scab, Mr. Rager 909, Tyspin, BMC Music, TX Puck, DragonCon, Blakey 1888, Mark Conklin, Alex Busos 98, Lionhammer, Tobes29340, Ginkgo Swag, Dan Piesh, and Tempest Moriendi, and our moderators, the Pussfilled Scab, the Nine Fox, TX Puck, GFN2112, Ghost Games, and Guitar Freak 12345. Thank you so much to all of you. You're awesome. And one final push here, of course, YouTube, guys. YouTube. We have a new channel, starting fresh. Got a copyright strike on our old channel. We got to get those 100 subs, man. Got to get us to 100 subs. We're up to 43 right now. So go to the link provided in the chat. It's been posted many times tonight. All you got to do is click that link and it will literally ask you to subscribe. Just click yes or whatever. And if we can get a couple more subs here, maybe we'll give out another 100 XP. We're not going to get to 100 tonight. That's pretty clear. But maybe we can get it up to 50. That would be pretty cool. Also, check us out on Twitter, guys, at the Level Up Network. Level spelled LVL. Good way to keep in contact with us. You can tweet at us with hashtag on the spot. If you want to be a featured question on one of our Sunday shows. What else we got?
That's it.
Patreon. Patreon's a real big one. Don't forget about Patreon. That in collaboration with our donations. You can go to Patreon and do a monthly donation there. Get us closer to that $250 a month goal for the computer. Or you could just do a singular donation as well by going to Stream Pro. It's posted in the chat room many times. You can donate whatever you feel the means to there. It'll help us get to that desktop computer. That is our next goal, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. Thank you so much to Tobes, who was our $10 donation tonight. And we also, thank you. And the levelupnetwork.com/store if you want to check out t-shirts, hoodies, and all that good
Oh,
stuff.
also, we won't have a power up for one more week. I'm going to be working on getting the YouTube channel done, and so that all that playlist is all in order. And then, because if I wasn't, I'm not going to get into it. There's reasons. Next Monday we'll be back, scheduled, same schedule and all.
Because of power up, just out of curiosity, is
Tomorrow
Flashback this
night
week?
on hashtag Inday, we will be discussing the latest episode of Arrow and how fucking crazy that
I think
was.
Flash is back this week.
Latest episode of Arrow on In Day tomorrow, as well as shopping, of course.
Oh, shopping with Greg Verga. I almost got a Batman Beyond statue. I'll tell you guys about that.
Did you actually buy it?
No, I lost the bid. I had a
Good.
fucking guy come in the last 30
Good.
seconds.
I
I like how we had that full conversation for like 2 hours. And
I already had that one bidded on. It was waiting for it, so. I haven't bid on anything else.
All right, that is going to wrap it up for us tonight, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be on all week long with gaming talk shows and game streams. Tomorrow is Greg, of course, but Mike will be on Monday, hopefully.
No, Tuesday.
Tuesday. Sorry, Tuesday. Thursday this week will be It Only Does PlayStation, our PlayStation dedicated podcast, a talk
Yay.
show, I should say. And then Sunday is a Level Up show proper. So we'll see you all throughout the week. Until next time, take care. And as always, don't forget to level up.
Oh, we nailed that. In unison.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Greg sung it, but we all did pretty well.
Thank you.
About time. They don't usually get that right. Good night, Miss Mel. Thank you, E-Dog, for subbing to our YouTube. Really appreciate it.
Honestly, I feel like it's pronounced E, dog.
E-Dog?
Look at Drew. I love him. Look at Mike. He looks like Pikachu. Look at Dean. He looks like he's pooping. Look at me. I'm getting wasted.
Level up, everybody.
La bla oople.
See you next time. Hey, Level Uppers. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you want to check out our other content, please do.
Like your favorite superhero podcast, Power Up, right here.
Or for everything PlayStation. It only does PlayStation right there.
For movies, television, and Netflix, check out the Lights Up show down this way.
And for the latest episode of our gaming talk show, The Level Up Show, go right there. But most importantly, please don't forget to subscribe right there.
Nailed it.
We did it.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was good.
Which one do you think they'll click on?
I think Level Up Show,
Probably.
obviously.
Hopefully, all of
It
them.
only does
Yeah.
PlayStation.
I would like if they watched them all, I think.
That would be
Lights
cool.
Up is new, though. I think they should definitely check that out.
Lights Up's a new one. Power Up's always a
Running
new
about
one.
7-8 seconds now.
Yeah.
We're
Well, you think they've clicked on something?
we're still here, so no.
I think they should.
We
Did
should
you
give them
click
a little
on?
bit
Did you
more.
click on something?
Click on something, guys.
We need to go.
The hell are you?
I'm gonna give it
waiting
3
for?
seconds.
Watch
We have
all
things
of
to
them.
do.
Three.
Just click.
Stare them down.
Two.
Stare them down until they do it.
1.
Ah!